Hello everybody, and welcome to Dungeons & Dragons Valkyrie, a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign where a bunch of complete strangers who met on Reddit actually become the best of friends while playing Dungeons & Dragons live for you every Monday night at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm your Dungeon Master for the evening, as well as the creator of this Twitch channel, which is www.twitch.tv/TheMajesticGamin, G-A-M-I-N, no G, as well as the YouTube where all these videos get uploaded to the YouTube channel, The Majestic, which you can find just by searching The Majestic, or by the URL youtube.com/The Majestic. But I am joined by the same incredible players as last week, and I will let each one of them introduce themselves, starting with Rachel. Say hello.
Hello everybody, my name is Rachel. I play our half-elven rogue, Mira Helder.
Perfectly done. And Brandon.
Hello, I'm Brandon. I play Jax, the Black Dragonborn Paladin.
Perfect. And Justin.
Hi. I have watermelon. Sorry, it's affecting my voice. I am Justin. I play Zashmar Efreet, the Fire Genasi Warlock.
Perfectly done. Before we get started officially, I would like to do a couple of shout-outs. A huge thank you to JMoof at Reddit, JMOOF, who has done this incredible fan art comic strip of an incredible highlight from the game when we were in the inn and the rats were... Kel Rendier made all the rats appear to the innkeeper, who was a bit racist towards magic users, and it was just such a beautiful moment, and now it has been memorialized in this beautiful artwork. That is incredible. Speaking of artwork, once again, another shout out to @CarlyMatson on Twitter, who's done this incredible piece of art too, with all the characters there standing in a row. Again, that's Jax, then Mira, then Delilah, who we have not seen for a while, but everyone still has the unicorn horn in case they wish to call her, and Zashmar Efreet with his head of flame. If you would like to do fan art, we would love to see it. It is incredible that we are starting to get these fan arts, and thank you not only to JMove but to Brandon, who was in contact with JMove the entire time, who ended up doing it. And if you send us fan art, you will get a shout out and a huge thank you from us, so we would love to see them. Show us your art if you feel that you're good. Let us see, and we love all the works that we get. Another huge shout out to Taylor Davis and her incredible team for giving us permissions to use her music during our games, as well as Kevin McLeod, who has a lot of free stuff that he makes his work there's no money that he gets by making it available to everyone, but he just wants to spread his wonderful artwork and music, so a huge shout out to him too. But we are going to go ahead and continue on from where we left off in last week's episode.
And just a reminder, everyone, Audacity.
Yes, thank you. Recording Audacity now. Where we left off in last week's episode, the group finally made it to the Citadel. Unfortunately, though, not everyone was allowed in. Kelrendir, for some inexplicable reason, was not able to make it past this magic barrier, which was said to keep out only terrible or evil or chaotic evil, who knows, sort of forces out of the city. And he was just unable to make it through. Now, being a very good person, and through the rest of the group doing some checks to make sure that he felt that he was a good person, he was a bit surprised by this and decided to instead head over to his second destination, the College of Magic. Now, the group continued, though, into the Citadel, where, after some bargaining, they were able to get some magical items, but they also learned that they joined into the city at a pretty historic moment. Infamous moment. They learned that the city had just been hit with some sort of terrible disease that is sort of similar to something that they had in the past, which was caused by rats, but nearly a quarter of the city was wiped out overnight. With the sorrow of everything still lingering over the entire city, the group decided to have a more peaceful evening, reading some of the books that they picked up, some of them stolen from the library, and we went ahead and did all that throughout the week so that we don't bore you too much with the details, but the group learned a little bit from each one of their respective books. Admittedly, Brandon a bit less so, considering that he went ahead and read the second book, which was, that was Jeff Lockmead, which, that was quite funny, but, he's quite a character, honest to goodness. Alright, so we start off the day. It is morning time. Did everybody go to bed and everything okay? After, I'm sure, Zash was able to get the puppies asleep, did everyone just read their books and go to sleep?
Yeah.
All right.
Yup.
You guys are awoken by a knock at the door. Come on, wake up. I haven't got all day.
Are we in
Which
separate rooms?
room? Yeah, which room? The guy's room or my room?
Oh, that's right. Let's see. The guy's room would be closer to the stairs, I feel, so it's the guy's room. Wake up, wake up. Come on, everyone, wake up. And then next you do
Jax
hear a knock
gets
on
up.
your door too, Mira. You get up, you open up the door.
Yep.
By the time you
I
open
don't.
up the door, you see that she's already knocking on Mira's door, and to no response, you opening yours draws her attention. Ah, I thought you ought to know. Everyone here should probably know the town crier's outside. He's trying to get everyone's attention at the moment. I don't know, some news, I guess, but whoever wants to hear it, wake up! Wake up, people!
Alright.
Can I wait? Can I open the door while she's knocking on it?
Oh, Jesus. Well,
What?
town crier, downstairs. Go visit her. She walks over to across the hall to the other door. Wake up! Wake up! And just continues doing so down the row of doors.
I should probably get dressed. I'll go do that.
Okay.
I always sleep fully armored.
That is not that's gonna mess up your back.
I go
Zash
back
is
into
entirely
the room.
nude and does not get dressed when the door is open.
Yes!
That is totally fine. I turn around and make sure that Zash is up and coming down.
All right.
Oh, he's up.
And okay, she just did not at all notice. All right,
I guess I didn't need that ring that lets me see through things.
As the puppies are there too. Very energetic, now wide awake, and with that puppy playfulness that comes almost unnatural at this hour of the morning. Everybody heads outside once they are prepared.
Mhm.
As you guys begin to shuffle out onto the city streets, you guys are sort of welcome to a very makeshift little risen platform made out of like a few boxes that the town crier was able to put up and find around, and a crowd is starting to form as the town crier is talking to just a couple who are standing up on the platform with him. A couple of, I'd say, about 100 people, maybe a couple hundred people are starting to, at this point, create a wide area. And as by the time you guys join in, you're more so at the back. But he nods as he finishes up. It looks like the conversation to the couple who are up on the stage. They step off, and he takes out a scroll and begins to unravel it. And he goes, "Hear ye, on this the 18th of Chess, the claw sunsets. We all know that a terrible illness has struck the Citadel. Though cause has been unknown, Lord Eowyn has sworn to take strong initiative and fight said illness. Firstly, by further cleaning up the city of its rat problems, and if terrorists are responsible for this heinous act, bringing them swiftly and forcefully to justice, both so that we, the citizens of the Citadel, shall never have to endure such a loss again. Now, Lord Eowyn would like to remind everyone, though, of the upcoming ball. The ball for the noblemen and women of the city will continue as planned. 3 nights from now, they will have the ball up at the capital. If you have your invitation, make sure that you have it present at the gates. If you are here from out of town, and you have your invitation and you came for the ball, make sure that you have all your paperwork ready as well. And your passports. If there are any questions, I will be here up until I move down to Main Street. In a half an hour or so. And then the group slowly subsides.
We really need to get our hands on one of those invitations.
That is what I was thinking. If I can see it, I would definitely know how to procure a few more.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen you do that before.
Oh,
Sorry.
I-
The noble paladin subtly hinting.
I just haven't had to do it in quite a while.
Gotcha.
That's just Snickers.
Makes sense.
And I got a new dress, too. It's a good time to use it.
Should we get new clothes? I mean, I feel like my cloak is enough, but...
I kind of look you both up and down. No offense, but neither of you would make it through the front door.
Could say I'm your bodyguard. Boom.
Boom. I love it.
Well, I think we should go back in and talk about if we found anything from the books we read last night.
Oh, I did find something. Sort of.
Good. Let's go back in.
But I have a inkling you guys may have found more.
I have a guess or two. Nothing too concrete.
I just have a lead. Not really a guess.
So again, as you guys are having this discussion, the town crier is once again talking to people who come up onto the platform to ask him questions and converse with him. And you get the idea... actually, almost all of you, I feel, maybe not Zash, depending on your background, but certainly Jax and Mira know that the town crier really is the, we'll say, information hub of, like, the city. Like many of the bulletin boards that you guys see up and around, he's kept up to date with all the things, so that's just why people tend to always approach him and go up to him as though he were an information kiosk. But you guys go ahead and head back inside then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
First I tell them what I found. So, obviously you guys have heard of Jeff Lockmead. He's like a super famous author, right?
No.
That's weird. He's like extremely famous.
Actually, yeah, I'll say Mira has... Well... No, Mira, I think you would. Okay, yeah, okay. With your character, you would know a good bit about him because he's like, sort of like a J.K. Rowling, sort of. Very sort of. Because,
Rachel doesn't know who he is.
yeah,
Well,
fair.
Brandon doesn't really know who he is either.
Also, I didn't think that, Mira did know him, but with your, family history and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you would be kept up to date with all the people of note, whether they are just famous or they're famous and wealthy,
Is he like a fiction author, or I can't remember what book Jax got.
Let me see what I said, because he
One.
started out with, like, it was, Lockmead's you won't believe this or something. I forget exactly what it was called. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then he went ahead and explored almost all of Valkyrie, making various books like the Monsters of Valkyrie, where he documented his great battles with some of the terrifying beasts around, and his many adventurous exploits as a super strong and handsome dude.
Because you mentioned J.K. Rowling, I'm thinking, like, he's probably the Gilroy Lockhart of this world.
That might be where he was inspired from, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first as well.
That too. I'm drawing from a lot of different sources for him, but he is quite a character, like I was saying at the intro. Yeah, Lockmead's You Gotta See It to Believe It. A series where he documents non-magical people or things or events that you gotta see in your travels in a fantastically fun and enthralling manner. He documents it. Now available for only $1.19, which you'll hear sort of often by like people trying to get your money, which means 1 gold, 1 silver, and 9 copper, essentially like $19.99. Now available for $1.19. And then again, other series, he travels across Valkyrie and has a book about the beasts, another one about the lifestyles of the different people of each area, and all that in demonishly good looks, as people will say about him. Yeah, he's...
Well,
Oh, I did also tell Brandon, Mira, you would especially know this, actually. Nobody obviously knows, like, his house or anything like that, but he is often doing signings and appearances and ribbon cuttings in the Citadel. That is for sure most where he pops up.
most importantly, though, in the book I read last night, he does mention the what we believe to be Zash's amulet. Now, I did read a book that was supposed to be actual artifacts of Valkyrie in the Valkyrum, and nothing showed up about it.
Clarification.
But, yeah.
Just to make sure, you skimmed that book.
Yeah, but I looked in the highlights. A for amulet, V for
for Valkyrie.
For Valkyrum.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you, Brandon, as a person knew. Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. But I feel like Jax, as a character,
would
immediately be like, "This book is shit.
This doesn't have anything I need."
Yeah, exactly. So
we live in the era where all you need is the headline to know exactly what's going on.
Exactly. So I believe that we should ask maybe the librarian if she knows when a signing or something is going on with this guy, and see if we can at least question him about it at something.
All right.
Sorry, just at that, Rachel let out a big sigh because having to deal with the librarian again, I feel, was the reason for it.
Zash, did you get anything?
Little bit. Basically, this thing is stuck with me until either it gets what it wants, or there's some kind of equal energy. I didn't really understand all of it, but basically, like what the book says is that and in cases of curses, you need to have some kind of sacrifice that matches the type of curse it is. So like a death curse would need like a death sacrifice. A fire curse would need like a sacrifice of like a major like magical output, that kind of thing. And that there was some I think some grammatical errors in what I was sent. So I was trying to like suss through what it actually means. Probably. But it says, as long as the soul was in the amulet, you were stuck to it. In the case of like this amulet, where there's actually like a being that was tied to it as a cursed object, and so the soul has to either be like removed from the amulet, so kind of like a ghost, you have to put it to rest,
exercise it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a thing, because the soul knows that once it gets what it wants, it will essentially disappear.
Right. It's got
Yeah.
some sort of unfinished business.
And
Yeah.
so it wants
Casper
what it
shit.
wants, but also it's going to cease to exist once it gets that.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of incentive for it to actually like complete its job.
Depends on how badly
Right.
it wants what it wants. Or, of course, if it gets let go, like I think you were saying, if it gets released with the equal amount of magical energy or just energy in general that it was trapped with.
And if Grendel, the most powerful wizard we've met, doesn't have enough power to counter it, that's a little
Yes.
scary.
You guys would all know that a major step of this would probably be finding out who was able to trap it, or what.
Yeah.
And maybe Jeff knows.
Maybe he knows.
You know, we don't even need to talk to him. We just send Zash in, flash in his amulet. If he's seen this freaking amulet, he'll see that, and he'll have some sort of reaction to it. If not, then it's a dead end. We don't need to pursue it.
Maybe. But according to his books, he's seen a lot of things. He might not recognize it.
Guy seems
Even
like
if
a
it
hack
does
to me.
know. Yeah, that's what I'm going for, yes. I'm pretty sure he's not really
You know,
that great.
we never do what I want to do.
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm just saying that if he gets all haughty-taughty, I might punch him in the face.
I would love that, actually. If you did that, that would make my day.
I don't know how well it would play out, but
Probably not very well, but it'd be fun.
It'd play out about as well as everything else as Ash does.
Probably. Alright. So you two were on amulet duty. I was focusing on the sickness. Well, in my reading, I found that there are most likely 2 different poisons if it's the standard poisons that they're using. One is assassin's. Oh, let me look at my thing. One is assassin's blood, and the other is midnight tears. They're both consumable, so they could easily be put into the water supply. Assassin's blood might not be the one. It does some damage, but doesn't last all that long. But it is the cheaper of the routes. And Midnight Tears affects the stroke of midnight and does quite a bit of damage. But it's crazy expensive. So I'm not sure what we're going for.
I don't think money is necessarily an issue.
That's true. And if it's the great leader of the city who might be chipping in on this, as we've been tipped off, then money isn't an issue. But
People will spend a lot of money to either earn money or earn renown.
Exactly.
As if to say, like, maybe, you know, there's like a physician involved that like is going to sell people the cure for way more than it costs to, you know, start it, or someone involved is like trying to win favor with the town, and so they'll fix it after they caused it.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the elected official here is just trying to win over favor of the town folk, because it's already kind of starting to happen. I talked to the gentleman that made our cloaks, and he was telling me that this guy is already a lot better than the last dude. He's improving upon certain things and whatnot, so I think that it's connected in some way.
I think it's most likely that if our hunches are correct, I don't think it's the physician route, just because for the standard person, the amount of damage this poison does, it would just kill them. So I don't think any physicians may be involved, but you never know. And your spell did say that it was coming from the water supply, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
GM,
Yeah.
if I had a sample of the water, would it be possible for me to maybe find out if I can tell if there's poison in there, what type it is?
Like, reverse engineer it. With the right checks, yeah.
I'll definitely attempt that.
Maybe buy an alchemy kit at the merchant.
She
can't-
has a poisons kit, which I feel...
Yeah.
When I searched with the detect poison and it told it lit up around the water, was there like a clear indication of like this is traveling with the so it's like flowing with the water?
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the aura did move a little bit with the direction of the water.
Okay.
You can try and cast again. It's a new day. But
well, I was thinking of getting closer to the waterfall and seeing if maybe it's like actually dropping from the waterfall, because if it is, then that's where the source is.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys discuss whether or not that's what you want to do.
Well, there's only 3 of us, and we don't want to probably split up everyone, so maybe we should focus on, like, 1 or 2 things at once.
So what do we want to focus on? Do we want to try and see if the poison's coming from the waterfall? Do we want to try and see if we can snag one of those invitations so I can, out of character, make one?
Well, there's a good chance the invitations would be in the wealthier part of town.
Yeah.
Or possibly even the business district, which I believe was the center, right?
Which district?
Like the business district, you
the
said.
Business
like,
is over here. It's this section here. It's like
right.
half of it. It's a large area that takes up a lot. It's the financial district. It does everything from sort of like a medieval kind of stock thing where they you guys can go and find out the price of, different metals as they slowly rise and fall, the gold being the constant, copper and silver hardly ever change, but some of the larger ones and pearls and things like that will become more or less valuable, to just different businesses that, whether it's real estate or importing different things, it's all done here.
Maybe find out who the most influential person is within the business district, or like a group of the most powerful over there, and we can question them and see if maybe they've received their invites, find out how we can get our hands on one. I don't know. I'm new to this whole snooping, taking stuff kind of deal, but this is important. And on our way over there, I can stop the waterfall really quick, take a look.
That sounds like a plan. And if we are going to the financial district, I will have to maybe change a few things. But I think I'll be alright.
So I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I can talk to rats now, so that's an option too. I think we buried the lead that me and Brandon leveled up last time.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You did, I didn't. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yep.
And I chose speak with animals as my new Eldritch Invocation.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and I also have a Celestial Warhorse at the stables now, so just throw that out there.
Pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I got it so I could better, deal with the pups and like train them a lot easier and tell them what to do and stuff. But if I could also use it to talk to rats and help us out, then why not?
Makes sense.
Just remember, as a side note, animals can be really dumb.
Yeah, and they probably are. But it says they have to at least give you like a basic information. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day.
That's cool.
So probably the sooner we do that, the better, because we don't know how long this poison's been out there.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can run into a rat on our way.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna keep an eye out for rats as you walk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't forget, I don't know if I did mention this to you guys, I meant to. This entire city has an underground network as well. It was sort of going to become a underground passage system to make it less congested during the daytime, when, of course, it was busy and crowded, even though it hasn't really seemed as much so ever since you've been in.
Would
And they got
we
it-
know about this, though?
You and Mira would, yes. Because it was a big
Just-
deal. They got it halfway done. It is underneath the market district and all that. And it's just an underground tunnel network which shows up in this red area here. Where is it? Oh no, I guess I didn't. Well, yeah, you can sort of faintly see the little red area of different openings.
Kinda.
Yeah,
that's where they're bringing the poison in through.
Well,
It,
if a lot of people know about it, then probably not.
it does pass by the sewers at
But it's
some parts.
unfinished.
It is unfinished.
That's true.
So I don't think they actually use it. I think it was meant to be used. It never was. Right?
Oh yeah, I did minorly mention it last week because I mentioned in the speech by Lord Eowyn how they were cleansing the under passages.
And that gives them an excuse as to why they're going in and out of there.
Yep. Well, let's stop by the waterfall first.
Yep. The red area was near the waterfall, correct? Like it was heading that
Oh,
direction.
Again,
Yeah.
there's let's see if I can do little markers. There's like one here. There's one here, one here, one here, one here, one here.
These are the
and one
entrances,
here.
or
Yeah, those are all the entrances, and it's an underground like tunnel network thing that like each one sort of goes as a triangle. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, like that, and each one is connected. But yeah,
okay,
from there.
all right,
So there's one right by the waterfall here.
okay.
Sort of looks like a stoneworked subway entrance.
Okay. We should definitely check out down there. Probably full of rats.
All right, so you guys.
One of them would surely know what to do.
At least one.
So you guys start. You guys head out of the inn and start making your way down to the waterfall.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which way would you guys like to go? Would you guys like to go along the waterfront?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, do I have any empty vials?
So as you guys pass along the waterfront, I want everyone to go ahead and make a perception check for rats and general things.
Yeah, I just kind of want to make a perception check for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Anything in specific that you can?
Maybe any just like rowdy activity.
Rowdy activity. Okay.
I rolled a 12.
12.
14.
16.
And you two gentlemen are looking for rats, correct? 12 and 14.
Well, I mean, the dogs would be looking for rats passively anyway.
That's true. What's their passive perception?
I just meant that spell they have, the trait. I actually haven't pulled them
They
up yet.
just
But
know if there's something living within 30 feet. And they constantly have a response that yes, there is, because you're in a crowded city.
oh,
It's sort of like a yes-no kind of ability. Aside from you guys, I think. I could have read that wrong, but...
can pinpoint by scent the location of any soul within 30 feet.
Location of any soul. Okay.
So that sounds to me like any specific soul. Because pinpoint means like accurately locate.
Yes, I get that, but then you also have the problem of any specific soul. Maybe if it were a specific rat that you know by the name of Gerald, but we'll say yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe if it was like someone that we knew previously or something.
If you're like on the hunt for a specific dragon, and then like that dragon is 30 feet
All
away
right.
from you.
Well, their passive
But
is 15.
passive, okay. Actually, they had 15. Mira had 16,
Yes.
and Zash had 14.
Yeah.
Justin, do me a favor. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for the doggos.
Oof, 5.
Okay. As you guys are walking, you guys, the group of you subtly sees a very just a dark little shadow pass across the path in front of you. It almost as though it came up from the side of the water, the riverbed, and ran across by some buildings as the little puppers tried to run forward and quickly bite at it. Two of the dogs sort of clashed in the efforts of trying to catch the little mouse or rat, hitting their heads, and the other one was very distracted off to the side, looking at people across the river, and they were not able to catch it. But that is the only rat that you guys saw, whereas Mira was checking for any suspicious activity as well, and not really many rowdy people were around. You guys did notice, though, of course, the continued somber atmosphere in the air. Some people did seem to be a bit irritable, short-tempered, but you could assume that that was just because of the situation.
Okay.
No fights broke out or anything, though, and nothing huge in the way of battles or anything. Oh, speaking of battles, don't forget there is also the big arena at the front too, where yeah. All right, so you guys make your way though to the front lake, the that stands right in front of the giant waterfall that flows down from the capital. Again, just the giant splashing smell of fresh plants, fresh water, and like a little bit of moss fills the air, with that subtle hint of a mall fountain. You guys walking up, you can see little bits of copper pieces like inside the fountain too, and or inside the lake, the waterfall. It is clean. This looks very artificially made. The bottom is completely stoneworked. It is the canals are all strategically placed and very well kept, it looks, and the only thing really natural is the rocks behind the waterfall, which allow it to cascade in a wonderful, natural, and obscure fashion.
Okay, I want to walk right out to the edge, and I will start to cast Detect Poison and Disease. It's a 30-foot sphere,
Okay.
off of me, so...
There are people walking by, there are guards and things walking by, but the lake itself has... Whereas the canals and the rivers that ran across the street had like a good just straight drop, like a couple feet down or something before the water was there. Once you get to the lake, it just has a sloped decline into the lake. Would you like to walk out into the lake a bit?
Yeah.
How far? About 30 feet out from the waterfall, or?
Yeah, like just far enough out to where I can reach the waterfall.
You can reach the waterfall?
With
the staff.
my, yeah.
That would put you, like, right there. Still, go ahead and make a... Oh my gosh, you're difficult to see. Go ahead and make a stealth check for us.
Oh shit. This is not my thing. Come on. Okay, so Not terrible, but it is -1, so 14.
14? Okay. You do get noticed by a couple of passerbys who think very strangely of the situation. Have a very strange look on their face as they just watch you walking out into this water. But they don't think much of it, and none of the guards seem to pay any attention.
Nice. And do I sense the poison coming from the waterfall?
You do not.
And it's not in this lake at all.
You sent a very, very small trace of an aura that you did when you previously cast the spell. But it would appear as though whatever was put into the water has dissipated to a rather strong and time-helped degree.
Okay. So it's like diluted now. Like it's no longer being put in the water, so kind of a thing.
That is what you can assume. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, then I swim or walk back and let them know. And I also ask Mira about the poison that she was mentioning where it goes into effect at midnight. And ask if she knows if it leaves a trace after it's gone into effect.
Would I know that?
You know that all poisons will leave a trace for a bit, but like anything, they will just fade. You know that the poison does take effect at exactly midnight, and after it takes effect, it just it's difficult to detect in the bodies, but it can be seen in the source for a bit. But if it's washed away like anything else, yeah, it could just disappear. Same thing as like a lot of the poisons that you know of, and especially with the book that you're reading through, a lot of them are very specific about using the entire contents of a vial, because it takes that much poison to use. If you were to take that vial then and put it into 2 glasses and split them up, then it wouldn't be as good. It's like taking that and splitting up glasses over and over and over and over again to the point where it would be difficult to find now.
Okay, so it's just diluting.
And it's a very large body of water spread out 3 ways, 2 or 3 ways. So I mean, this might have been going on for a long time. It might just be diluting itself and only doing a little bit of damage at a time.
I think it's they stopped putting the poison in the water because they've already achieved what they needed. Half the town's infected already.
That could be it. Well, we're near a sewer entrance. Who wants to go down first?
I'll head down.
As you guys walk up to the sewer entrance, there are 2 guards guarding it.
God damn it. Would Misty Step allow me to go in the hole underneath? Like, just teleport right under them?
It's 30 feet, right?
Yeah. But
somewhere where
it does
you
say
can see?
that I can see, so I'm assuming that. Dang
it is dark down in the tunnel. It is very dark.
Okay. Fair
Should
enough.
we try and distract them?
I could go to the stable and release my war horse and just have it run amok down here. Trying to see if I have like a psychic link with it and I can just like tell it to come here, but I don't think so.
Do you have any ideas, Ash?
Are they pretty much out in the open? Like, are they near a house or anything that could be hidden behind and still see them?
Yeah, they're behind a couple of buildings here. Well, they're not behind them. They're like literally right here, and you guys could hide behind this building here, but or this one, but it's again sort of like a subway tunnel, and they're standing out in front of it with their arms folded, swords sheathed at their side, just standing at the entrance, blocking it off.
Am I more than 1 mile away from my horse?
You are.
Damn it.
Yeah.
And there's no other entrances into this
It's a big city.
alley?
There are multiple entrances all throughout town. Just down the road here. Again,
Well, I'm assuming if there's a guard, or if there's guard station at this one, there's probably a guard station at all of them.
I meant like multiple entrances into this specific alley.
Yeah, they're all connected. Oh.
Right. Like, can we bypass the guards to get into
gotcha.
this?
I wouldn't. No, they're standing right outside the entrance to the tunnel. It's not an alley. It's just a passageway between a couple buildings. It's open, though. I mean, there's like 10 feet plus on each side between it. It's just a very small scale map. And you guys are much larger than you actually are in the world, too. Because this is as small as I can make your little characters.
Yeah. Okay. Because my one thought is that I can use poison spray on one of them to make him seem sick, and then maybe just like that would distract the other one to check on him, and we could get by. But it's pretty flimsy.
All right. If you'd like to, you can.
I mean, I was pitching that to the others.
Ah, okay.
So we,
If
like,
you
stepped
do
away to
that,
discuss a plan.
if you do that, I don't want to be anywhere near you when that happens.
So that it's not a great idea.
You'll get arrested.
I mean, I also have a whole person that I can use on both of them for a minute, but I don't have many
You'll
spell
see our
slots.
faces. And
Yeah,
they'll
they would know that it was us.
We could make a distraction. But that would mean that either one or two of us would have to stay above ground.
Does anybody have, like, command or can, like, tell a random passerby just to fight and they'll just start going at it with somebody?
No.
Damn it. I got rid of mine as well.
Is there anything around here that could be like knocked off or something to get their attention?
Not really. They don't really put like any like valuable statues or vases along the walkways, and most everything is just a trash bin or an occasional few stones set up for a sitting area in trees. That's about it.
I do kind of have a plan.
Is it to pay a random guy to start fighting another random guy near us? Because that was my last idea.
Well, one of us could pretend to be severely injured and have one of them come and take a look, at least one.
Really? You want to do get help?
My heart. Heart attack.
I was thinking maybe slicing someone's hand open, saturating one of the part of our clothing, and pretending like we were stabbed.
Jeez. It's way more intense.
I actually like that more than my idea, which is to send the puppies in.
I can throw a javelin at somebody.
We really don't want to kill the local law enforcement. That's not a very good idea.
I didn't mean one of them. I don't know.
I take a step back.
I can always heal them. No, I don't know.
And I basically
out of
send the
ideas.
puppies in to run past them, so they go after them. But
Well,
I think I like my puppies more than I like you guys, so I don't really want to do that.
Who's going in and who's the one staying out?
I mean,
I feel like Zash has to go in because he has the ability to speak to rats.
yeah.
If you guys want to go at something alone again and potentially die, that's your call. I'll stay out here. It's not a big deal. But
I can probably persuade them a little bit better than you can. So I think maybe I should stay up here.
You would be most likely to sneak past them and still get in. Like if
Probably.
if me and Jax go down and you're left up here, you could probably make it to us.
Probably.
only we had Calrandir and his invisibility.
If only we had Nathara and her crown of madness.
I mean,
Only
I
we
could just
had-
disguise self and walk by as a guard, but that doesn't help you guys.
Right. I can fashion a fake beard out of something.
I do have a disguise kit.
True. Okay, well, I feel like we've just been awkwardly standing in the,
Yeah, we had.
in the town square for like 10 minutes now. So
yeah, none of you
maybe...
did say that you went behind the building. Can you guys do me a favor and just make a general... Actually,
Well, I said we stepped aside.
okay.
Yeah, he did say we
Okay.
decide.
And
So you guys are
started
hiding
to
behind the
talk, but
building?
I don't know if we were necessarily hiding. I just said we stepped aside. I don't know.
We'll say that you guys did, because you guys knew that was
Real
suspicious.
quick, while we're stepped aside, I want to use the Wand of Secrets
Alright.
just to see if
there
there's
are
any
traps.
other secret entrances around here.
Alright, go ahead
Ooh.
and... Okay, so you guys are by this building, right? And
Mhm.
it is
Yeah.
how many feet?
30 feet?
Okay, no, okay. Go ahead.
It does it.
Yeah. Correct. Sorry. Yeah, it does not show anything in your vicinity glowing or observed, noticed, or anything.
Okay. Good news, the entrance isn't trapped. Bad news, this is the only way in.
So what we're gonna do, get help or what?
I guess so. But maybe we should come around back so that you can pull them up, and then we can. You know what I'm saying? Can't have you come, like, bring them towards us, and then also get by and go in there.
I thought one of us was pretending to be hurt.
Yes, but
Yeah.
where are we going to be located while they're pretending to be hurt? Because we can't just have the guards walk towards us and then us walk past them and go right in there. I mean, I'm sure they
Oh,
would watch
yeah.
us for a second and see where we're going. So what I was saying was we should come around back, me and Zash, and be back behind that building, and then as Mira pulls them up, then we come out and go under.
Yeah, you're right. So, do that.
Yeah.
Alright. I am going to...
Sash, do you leave puppies behind or bring them with?
Bring them with, because they'll be worse with Mira.
Alright. Oh, Jesus. I forgot how OP and HP your puppies are.
Yup. If this goes sideways, they could kill these cards.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Okay.
want to kill these guards, but
They do.
While I'm still behind the building, I'm gonna take my dagger, lift up my shirt, and just kind of make a wound on my stomach towards the side,
One of
just
four
enough
piercing,
to
right?
make just enough to make to just draw some blood and
Alright.
get it to start going.
You take 2 points of damage drawing the blood,
That's fine.
and you are now you now have a suitable wound that you put your hand over. You pull it away, there's a good bit of blood on your hand and on the wound, and you once again place it on there to cover it up and start limping out.
I make sure to clean off. I make sure to sheathe my knife so no one knows it was me.
All right. Smart.
Right. And I just kind of walking forward.
Hunched over, like from pain, or?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk around the side of the building, wince a good bit, and it draws both the guards' attention. They look at each other for a moment, and worried expression upon their face come running up. Ma'am, are you alright? What's the matter?
I'm fine.
Who did this to you?
I don't know. I woke up and I had this wound. I feel sick, and I just kind of fall into one of them.
Oh no! Quick! What are you two doing then? Is that
sneaking.
Yep. Go ahead and make stealth checks.
God dang it.
Oh yeah, why did we have bring Jax along?
With the Cerberus puppies too, please.
Ah, yeah, nice. Rolled 19. That's 18, but still.
Yeah,
Bam.
that's good.
That's why you brought me along.
24 for Zash, so suck on that.
And the puppies?
And 18 for the pups.
Wow. That was
That's really
impressive.
good.
Dex is the one thing they're good. Well, it's Dex and strength.
Okay. Yeah, you guys successfully sneak on by as one of the guard goes, quick, go get help from the south, oh shit. I need to think for this for a second. That's south. Is that south? Yeah, okay, this way's northeast. He goes, quick, go get help from the east watch. As the guard goes, right. And he starts to thankfully run down this way as opposed to back this way. And he thankfully runs down this way and down the little alley here as the other guard holds you in his hands, Mira, and goes, it'll be alright, ma'am. We'll get you help, and we'll find who's responsible. You're sort of pretending to feign in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my hand on his face. Terrence, is that you?
Terrence will be with you soon.
But Terrence, you passed away 3 years ago.
A little bit of a shocked, worried face comes on his face. One day you will meet Terrence, but it will not be today. We will get you help. You will be alright. We'll find your loved ones. They will take care of you. As you guys go down into the... I want you both, all three of you again, to make dexterity saving throws.
$15 for Zash, 13 for the puppies.
That's what I meant by all three of you. I wanted to clarify that. Yeah, Mira, you're still 15 and 13 for the puppies. Okay.
And that's 11.
11. Walking down the steps, you guys become overwhelmed with the sudden inability to breathe. With a sudden, very powerful noxious gas filling your lungs. Almost immediately incapacitating you from just the sheer lack of oxygen and the strong chemical smell of it. Zash is able to quickly move back up out of the steps and begins coughing horrifically. But Jax and the Cerberus puppies are caught down there, just unable to breathe for a moment. Jax and the puppies, you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Shit.
Zash, you take 5.
Oh.
Damn.
Necrotic. Interesting.
It's at this point, too, that the guard notices you guys coming out of there. He goes, what are you guys doing? You can't go down there. It's being fumigated. There are poisons down there. You guys will die. Were you in there? Are you guys alright? Oh god, what's going on? As he looks down at Mira, unable to do anything because she's still in his arms. He's like, quick, go to the medical building down the road. You guys will need to be treated immediately. Were you guys down there?
Yeah, sorry, we're new to town. I thought there was more shops.
He sees... Well, Jax, you're still having a bit of a coughing fit. You're like halfway down and up the steps. And same with the puppies. But Zash is now out of the area. And more so who he's talking to.
Who died down there?
Nobody died. It's being fumigated for all the rats, for all the poisons and diseases. If you're down there for more than, I'd say, 10 seconds, you're instantly gonna be killed. What were you guys doing? And then this woman and Terrence, oh my god. Do you guys know where the medical building is?
No.
Down the road. Quick, make sure that you get your friend out. I want you to go ahead and make another check, Jax, and puppies.
Oh god.
I'm still down there?
Dexterity 7, yeah.
Shit. That's a 3.
A 6, boss.
Oh my
3.
god.
That's a 3.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jax
you're
is
coughing.
dead.
He's dead?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus, you scared the crap out of me.
You're not me.
No, I'm not.
But you don't have more than 30 hit points, I think.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Whew. You scared the crap out of me.
Do
But
I
yeah,
take 38? What?
no. But each
alright.
each thing is another 10 points of necrotic damage. That's another
Okay.
10.
Ow.
For and what was the puppies?
6, I think is what I said.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, they have another coughing fit too. As the card goes, oh god. Sorry, man.
Whatever's
I'll
down
help you
there
in a minute.
isn't, like, flammable, is it?
You didn't have your head lit, I'm guessing. You don't know.
No, I just imagine every time they cough, they breathe fire.
Gotcha. Not quite. It's just very visible black smoke that starts coming out of the lungs, which you sort of get the idea too. That's why it looked a good bit darker. Is because of this black smoke sort of looming over the entire underground area. As he gently sets down Mira and goes running past Zash to go down and drag the two of you out from the smoke-filled area. You have a total of 20 points necrotic damage, both you and the puppies. And you're there for a little bit, just coughing uncontrollably as this black plume of smoke, almost like how you saw Zash's after the medallion was put on him, just plume of liquid just pour out of your mouth constantly with each cough and breath. Oh my god. Are you gonna be alright? Hello? He's sort of pounding on your armor.
Can I speak now, or am I still, like...
You're again slowly regaining the ability to actually breathe.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be alright. What is that shit down there?
Don't ask me. They got it from the potion cellar here in town, but it's strong stuff, and we were warned that if you go down there for too long, you will die. Oh, thank God you're not dead, but... I mean, just look at that stuff. Why were you guys down there in the first place? Were you guys down there alone?
Why would somebody put that stuff down there in the first place? Why would you put something that could kill people instantly right here?
By orders of Lord Eowyn, of course. To make sure that we get rid of the rat problem. And any other problems that are down there.
Well, you guys should probably, like, put up a sign or have some guards or something in the way. Like, we just walked in.
We were the guards in the way. What? Oh, God.
We didn't see any guards. We thought there was more markets down there.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, you two. Actually, I'm going to say Zash, because he said first, with advantage from Jax.
Wouldn't that be deception?
Yeah, deception, you're right, sorry.
Thank you for that. 19.
Because there's
with
a
advantage.
lie.
Hold on. 23.
23. Oh God, I was helping this lady, and I please don't tell anyone about this.
Cadence?
Tell you what, sorry. I just picture you
I'm just stroking his face the whole time.
Well, he had to set you down and he went running, so like he looks back and you're just like holding your hand out at nothing. Just like still wound in your gut. Oh my gosh. He goes, please, okay, go to the medical area, tell them that Edmund Strongsword sent you, and that you're with the guards, and they should just patch you up for free and make it harmless, hopefully. But please, don't tell my superiors that we left our post. Please don't.
I might be able to make that arrangement for you, but I'm feeling the black lung a little bit more right now. We've been actually looking for one of those invitations to that thing that's happening. Do you happen to have one of those on you that we could take off your hands on our way to the med bay?
Why are you guys looking for invitations to that?
Who isn't looking for invitations to that? It's supposed to be an amazing time.
Right. Okay. No, I don't have any, but I have heard something about a diplomat that will be coming to town, and over at the guild they were looking for anyone who could help escort said diplomat. Just head over to the Fighters Guild over at the east end of the city, and you will learn more about that, but that's all that I have, at least. Again, please just don't say anything to my superiors.
Thank you.
They'll kick me out of the Fighters Guild as well.
I greatly appreciate your information, and from now on I really would have a couple guards standing here at all times. I mean...
Right. We will. Right. Quickly, make your way over there. And if you two gentlemen wouldn't mind, I have to stay here and guard this. Please take her to the med bay as well to make sure that she gets help.
No, not a problem.
Thank you so much. The medical building is just a few buildings south of here. You cannot miss it. It has a huge little plus above it.
Pick up Mira and throw her over my shoulder.
Ow!
Don't hurt her.
Sorry.
And make sure she finds people who can help her. She was talking about Terrence, but I believe he's dead.
Yes. Of course. And we walk.
Am I still over your shoulder?
Yeah.
Ow!
For appearances, be quiet.
Your armor is stabbing my stab wound. If you don't hold me a different way, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I don't think you could kick my ass, but I will hold her.
Oh no, you're cutting out.
Me?
Yeah, you did for a second, at least on my end.
Oh, I was just saying that I'll hold her a more comfortable way.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I hope we don't have the same problems as last week with the cutting out, but...
Are we out of earshot?
Yeah, you guys are making your way down to the... apparently the medical bay, but as you guys walk past the buildings, of course you guys pass by the shop that you guys were at just the other day. You continue down, and right next to the just beyond the shop that says potions, you guys find a shop with a little medical symbol out front of it.
Okay, Jax, if you carry me like a sack of potatoes again, I will stab you in your sleep.
Wow.
That fucking hurts.
Well, I'm just trying to, help out the group here. If people would stop falling unconscious and getting hurt.
I have bony hips, and your armor is really, really uncomfortable.
And she did kind of take one for the team this time.
It was all for appearances. I didn't see where you were wounded.
I put to my shirt, there's a blood stain.
But you have leather armor over that, so it's a little difficult to see. I have very shitty perception.
I just walk in.
I also walk in.
Same. So do they heal us?
You guys walk in, and there's a woman behind the counter. Hello, how may I help you?
I have like black tar lung.
Oh, that does not sound good.
It's not.
Were you born with said condition?
It was not.
Oh,
They were idiots and went into the mine. Or the underground area, whatever it's called. It's being fumigated.
right. We heard about that. Oh no. Oh god. Quick, heading over to the. Who all has that? Do all of you have that condition?
Just those two and the dog. I slipped and fell and scraped my stomach.
You.
Oh, was that
I
how
kind
you
of
got a
lived
gash
up-
wound?
You slipped and fell. Right. Do me a favor. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Ooh. 26?
Jeez.
Hot damn. I have an important
Natural
question.
19, baby!
Natural 19. Yeah, I'll give it to you. She rolled a natural 20, but 26 is freaking insane. Okay, right, well, we will be sure to send you a medic as well, but, if there's anything else you wish to report, let us know, but otherwise, right, slip and fell was it. Okay.
Is this where we report, like, guard incompetence?
God incompetence. Why? What was the...
You
matter?
said anything.
Oh,
it's nothing. I'm just making a joke.
Okay. Right. Well, the doctors will fix you up, and of course, once they are done, you will be able to, you will get the receipt, for exactly what it is that you guys owe, but hopefully, for your black lungs, it won't be too bad.
Actually, the guard standing post down there said that they would cover it, and
Because
also if you
that's
had
awesome.
any,
It was
like,
a
healing
wonderful-
potions,
Well, it was
they
a
said that we
wonderful
could take a
man
few
named
of those as
Edmund
well.
Strongsword. He just
Yes.
said that we could get help because it was a guard-related issue.
Right. Said a couple healing potions and patching us up right now.
Well, Edmund is a notable figure in the Fighting Guild, and the Fighting Guild does get healed up for free, but I don't know why he'd say anything about potions and
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird.
I thought you
I
just said that
think-
He was very
the
frantic.
guards
I
were
don't know.
incompetent. Is this the same guard?
No,
Yeah.
it was
No,
very,
no, it wasn't him. It was
No, of course not.
It was the cellar guy.
it was very sweet, had very strong arms.
The strongest arms.
But no, I think my friend is just delusional in the head. He said nothing of potions.
I'm not delusional. He was delusional.
You also have black lung.
Eh.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Mirror.
Mirror.
Mirror. Yeah.
Alright. 17.
Okay. Right. Well, if you guys are friends of the guild, then we can heal you up. But again, we don't have any such potions. If you would like those, hit the potion shop next door. But we cannot give those out. Right. So go ahead and head into the waiting room over here. We will be sure to send you back one by one and get you all healed up. Which, throughout the course of the day, and for sake of brevity, we will go ahead and pass that. But you guys, one by one, do get healed up throughout the evening. You guys all meet the same very kind doctor who, very personable, who will just heal you up. But he's the kind, He's the kind who, I know he's not a dentist, but if he were a dentist, he would wait until you have your mouth full and then blab your ear off and then ask you a bunch of questions, you know? So he'll just ask questions at the least opportune time, but continue to patch you guys up, and one by one, as he's checking your lungs, Jax, he'll do that, like I said, and he is able to heal you up for all the necrotic damage, though, and yeah.
Cool.
You guys exit out. It is now about 2 p.m.
We were in there a long time.
Yeah. It's a doctor's office. It was like a 45-minute
Fair
wait
point.
each.
Yeah. Did we get all our hit points back?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
He even took a look at the pups just to make sure that they were okay, and he didn't know much about dogs' anatomy, let alone Cerberus puppy anatomy, but he did know a trick or two up his sleeve with just healing magic, and was able to do a little bit of that on the pups.
Yeah, I just want you to know that last time I rolled my max for my HP, so it's at like 50 now. So
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You did mention that. Yeah.
You're a tank.
Yep,
Still
yep,
though, it's necrotic damage, and I was really worried because if you did fall from that, you'd be dead.
right.
Like, it's not saving throws. It's death. Alright. So
What was
yours.
he? What was that guard saying about the Fighters Guild? I was crying hysterically to keep appearances.
He said that there was a job there for someone to escort a diplomat, and it may be a way for us to get into that party. Or ball, sorry.
Sounds good to me.
Wouldn't be the first time I was paid to be an escort.
Snap.
I'm gonna kick him in the shin.
Also, I was just trying to get a couple extra potions there, you know, help me with the whole healing thing.
You're not usually the
Yeah.
liar of the group.
You're not
I
good
was-
at it.
I was
You're
taking
not good at
advantage
lying.
of the situation,
This is
hoping.
This is a very small medical station. I do not think that they would have those on stock to loan. They would use them for emergencies.
Yeah, let's leave the dishonesty to Mira.
Fighters Guild people are emergencies. We were there on behalf of a Fighters Guild member. I just tried it.
Mm.
You guys are rubbing off on me.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
Well,
I'm okay with it. Okay, so we go to the Fighters Guild?
Alright.
We'll go walking. Do you still
Um,
want to try and look for rats on the way?
apparently they're all dying. Jeez.
Yeah, I do, just in case.
Perception checks. And does anyone else look for anything out of the ordinary, or?
You know what? While we're looking around, can I search for any thieves' cant?
You can.
15.
Do you check for both? Mira.
No, I just check for thieves' cant. Because, yeah, I got a 9, so...
I want to look for flyers talking about Jeff.
Oh. Okay.
And
Not a
16
good
for the
roll.
puppies, if it matters.
15 and 16. Zash and the puppies, you guys do find another rat. I want you both to make, we'll just say, general dexterity checks.
Like, just straight dexterity?
For straight dexterity.
Uh, 12 for Zash. 6 for the pups.
Alright, Zash, you were able to do it. It wasn't very high. You are able to get the rats cornered. As you're walking down the alleyway, you do see a rat over scurrying on your left, and you're able to have the puppies sort of move around the side of you, and they sort of trip a little bit up over their own feet, but there is a sort of ledge between a couple of the buildings where you're able to trap the rats, where in this sort of cornered area, there are 2 rats that are sitting there in sort of a fight or flight situation. They can't really find a way out, but they're cowering a little bit in the corner between the 2 buildings. And, yeah.
Okay. So, hey, rat. What's going on around here?
Just to make sure, do you cast the spell? You Sorghast.
Oh, it's at will. Like, it just...
It is?
It's
Yeah.
an evocation.
Oh.
It's
Gotcha.
my Eldritch Invocation.
Gotcha.
So, like, as canonically, I just kind of assume it's always on. That's kind of how I play that, because it's a casting time of 1 action, so it's basically instantaneous.
Still, it is a casting, so just... Okay, you do cast it, though, and...
Yeah.
So you... What did you ask again?
What's going on around here?
What do you mean? Please let us go.
I mean, you see all the sickness. Apparently, it's tied to you guys. So what can you tell me about it?
We don't know. We've seen, like, people not look so good, but that's about it.
So you're not a little sickness-carrying rodent?
Well, no. We don't have any sickness. None of us are dying except for all the ones that are still down in our home. They're all being killed right now.
Are they being killed or are they dying?
They're all being killed by a black smoke.
Huh. So they're being poisoned also. They're not causing the poison.
Poison? I guess. I don't know what poison. What's poison?
It's a thing that gets inside someone and kills them. Usually.
Like that one bug that killed my Uncle Terrace?
I don't think that's the same thing.
No.
Did it bite your uncle?
Well, he died, and then the bug came out of him.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, explain.
Well, my Uncle Terrace died, and then the one bug came out of him, and then a bunch of other little bugs started eating him.
What did the bug look like?
Well, the bug that came out of him looked like, sort of like, it had many legs, big round body, and the other ones that were eating him looked like long, and bulbous, and lots of legs too, but white.
What do the bugs do after they ate him?
Moved on? I don't know. Please just let us go, sir. Please. You're not gonna harm us, are you?
Not if you not if you tell me everything you know. Is that everything?
Okay. This bakery down the road has really good bread. They sometimes throw it out in their garbage, and we can eat that.
Okay, so don't eat any bread from the trash can. Got it. Anything else?
No.
All right. Is he alone?
There were the 2 rats.
Okay. Zesh kills one of them.
Ah! Why did you do that? Sweet.
Keepsake.
swims.
And he throws it in his bag.
The rat just lets out this terrible cry, which then goes from like a really loud cry to a high-pitched squeal as it once again goes into more so rat audio, whereas the rest of them just hear this really loud squeal.
I gotta make sure you were being honest. You can't be too careful.
It just keeps on crying.
Okay, we done here? Back to the party.
What just happened?
Oh, I talked to a rat and I got some information from him. I'll tell you guys later. Just so we
And
don't have to roleplay that out.
Did you kill one of them?
Yeah, you've got a sample of the water. I've got a sample of the rat.
I don't have a sample of the water because there wasn't poison in the water. And are
Well,
you
I
sure
don't know if
that
there's
rat
poison
was
in the rat
sick?
either.
So you're just
That's what we
holding
gotta
a
find
dead
out.
rat.
It's in my bag.
As long as it's not in my bag, I'm fine.
Just gonna add dead rat to my possession.
You do that. Alright, and then Miro was looking out for Thieves' Cant.
I
Was your
got a
perception check?
9.
A 9. I hate to say it, but if you see any Thieves' Cant, the answer is 9. Yep. And Brandon, you were looking out for any flyers about Jeff. What was your perception check?
10.
A 10. You do not see any posted flyers about such things. Very rarely you guys will see posted flyers like hanging up on trees and stuff. And if you do, it's mostly like lost cat or things like that. Most of the bulletins that you guys would find are usually kept at the inns, the bars, or just any other social places where people often come and go, and most of which are from out of town.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't
Just
been
figured
to the
while we
bar.
were
I feel like
walking.
that's a bad. Like, everyone always goes to the bar in a town. That's where you get information.
Yeah, we always just run to an inn.
Yeah.
Again, this inn does have a bar.
I mean, we have the information we need now, but maybe there's more. I don't know.
Well, that's why we're headed to the Fighters Guild.
Yeah,
was,
so they were first.
We don't want some other group coming along and taking up the...
Yeah, that's true. That's time sensitive. All right.
Alright.
I need to pee, so just pretend I'm with you.
Fair, thank you for letting us know, though. Let us know when you get back. Alright.
He's already gone.
Yeah. Alright, you guys walk into the Fighters Guild, and most of the places that you walk into, obviously, they have like a little front desk area. This does not. Has a big open fighting area down in the middle. Many racks with all sorts of weapons all around. Whether to take, most of them just look like normal iron great sword, short swords, battle axes, things of the sort. But then there are the occasional wall-mounted sort of golden weaponry, or some of them do appear to even draw some sort of additional light into the room, as though it has its own aura or glow. But there are a number of people fighting in the ring right now, and there are 3 sets of 2 people fighting, and then 2 people talking sort of beyond the fighting pits. One of them standing a good bit taller than the friend that he's talking to, and his arms folded, his shoulders broad, and just lets out a good chuckle. As his eyes, once he chuckled, slowly begin to open, and out of the corner he catches you guys in his view. And he walks over and he goes, "Welcome! I don't think I've seen you guys before. What can I interest you in here at the Fighting Guild?"
Yes, we were told by Mr. Strongsword that there were positions available to be escorts to the ball for those who need protection.
Right. We do know the people who inquired about it, and we know to what you're referring to, but that's only for members of the guild. I apologize, but you gotta be a full-fledged member before you can do that.
How do we become members?
How do you become members? Years of training, of course.
Well, we have years of training.
Well, do ya?
Yeah.
Alright, tell you what. Anyone who can beat me over in the arena tomorrow will be allowed to become a member in the Fighters Guild. If you have years of training, then surely it'll be done. And don't worry, I'll go easy on ya.
What if we don't win and just put up a really good fight?
Then you won't be allowed in. It's just
Fair
that
enough.
simple.
That's 3-on-1, right?
Nope, one at a time. Whoever's able to beat me in the battle is allowed to join.
Is this hand-to-hand combat, or...
Over in the arena, you're allowed to use whatever weapons you wish, so long as no magic is involved.
As long as it's not magic.
Yep.
What about
Sounds fair.
enchantments?
No enchanted items.
God damn
You'll
it.
get a selection of multiple weapons that you can use, but you gotta rely on sheer brute force if you wish to battle in the arena.
Fair
A
enough.
little finesse doesn't hurt either.
Ah, very true. Spoken like a true warrior. That dexterity sure comes in handy too. But it takes a good, powerful hit to defeat me. Just letting you know.
Alright.
So there's no magic spells?
No magic of any kind. In
Yeah,
fact,
so I can't
the
use
arena's
my
pretty
positive
strict on
sword.
that. If you do use any magic of any sort, you're sort of taken into custody.
While he's talking with us, can I, like, try and pick his pocket?
God.
You can certainly try. Alright.
14?
Yeah. Rolled a 7.
Nice.
Wow. Alright, you're just going into his pocket to see what you can find?
Yep.
Alright, you find, let me see, make sure that I have my notes right.
Come on, something we can use in the fight.
You find a key, a personal key. You find 2 flyers. One, it just says
Flyers.
casino night, and it's for 2 nights from now. And it has a location over in the business district, financial district. Another one is for a big fight tomorrow night over in the arena, which he is also going to be residing in.
That's probably what we're fighting in.
Tomorrow night. He said tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay.
You guys are sort of his, warming up.
Warm
thing.
up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, you find 140 gold pieces in like a little packet, or not a little packet, but like a purse kind of thing. Do you wish to take all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Is my acid breath considered magic?
Are you asking me or him?
No, you. As the DM.
I feel like
Because I know it's like a racial ability, but I don't know.
I feel like you would need to find out in the world.
I wouldn't like just know inherently as because I know like some stuff says it does come from like the magical like essence or whatever of the dragon itself being made by dragons or whatever, but I don't know.
That's the thing. You'd need to find out whether or not the arena considers it that. So sort of in the world, you need to find out.
Then I ask him, would my acid breath be considered magical?
Well, do me a favor. Come here into this little fighting ring. And,
Okay.
Oh, God.
there's a number of dummies set up. And there are 3 of them down the way. He goes, aim at that center one and show me what you got.
I unleash my acid breath on the center one.
You build up like a little bit of your natural sort of gland stream spit to come out, and you unleash it as it just sprays out of your pierced dragon lips, as it just unleashes this each individual droplet, like it's a perfect, almost a perfectly sprayed stream, like a fire hose. But then there are the occasional droplets that go flying off, and you watch as they just dissolve into smoke as they come flying off the main stream, as the center stream just lands perfectly on top of the little mannequin, and it just starts to sizzle down and dissolve and completely disappear into the ground. Oh boy. Yeah, I bet the Fighters Guild will allow that, considering as it's your just brute ability. But, you might want to double check with them about those rules beforehand, but at least it's no magic ring that allows you to do that, right? As he looks around you, sort of like, a bit curious, because he hasn't seen many, Dragonborns, and he hasn't seen... Huh.
Cool.
That is impressive. I'd be happy to have you fight by my side one day, hopefully. But, again, we'll see how you do in the battle. And I'll be sure to watch out for that breath of yours.
And what was your name again?
My name is Gerald. Gerald Evelgrand.
And do you have a high standing here in this Fighters Guild?
I am the elected leader of the Fighters Guild at this current moment, yeah.
What are some other benefits of joining the Fighters Guild, if we're allowed in?
Well, all members of the Fighter Guild certainly get free health care here in the city. We also have many job offers through, of course, the hired freelance work that you guys are interested in, but also permanent positions here as town guards. And really, it's just whenever people are looking for someone super strong, they know to go here first. So it has benefits for both them and us.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Very interesting. I am pretty strong. Jack just flexes real quick.
Can't wait to see that strength out there. So is it just going to be you who's going to try and get a spot, or is everyone?
I don't know. That's up to them.
Well, little lady?
I would really like to be able to go to this event.
Alright. I'll see you in the ring. And how about you, Dark person?
I'm not so good without my magic. It's kind of a part of who I am. And he like lights his hair on fire. He's like,
Oh.
But is there any consequence to losing?
Just a shame you might feel in front of all those spectators. But that's
I'm
about
not worried about that. You're neutering me enough without the magic as it is. If I do win, it'll be a miracle.
Alright. It's not quite the way to look at battle. You should always go in feeling confident, feeling ready to tackle not only the battle, but your opponent at any moment. But sure, if you want to go in thinking that defeat is fine, then go right ahead. I'll see you out there too, I suppose.
I'm going in thinking that hand-to-hand is not my strong suit, and I think it's kind of unfair to make me do that, but, you know, to each their own.
It's not hand-to-hand. You can use a weapon.
Also, to be fair, this isn't the Mages Guild. It is the Fighters Guild.
That's part of fighting. Using your skills to your advantage is all in fighting.
Well, that is true. But using your base skills is what we're looking for. Just your base strength, your base speed and reflexes, and your base ability to take a hit and continue fighting.
And your base acid breath, apparently.
Well,
Apparently.
that's something he's born with. If you'd like to set your hair on fire in that ring, I'm sure you'll be able to too. But so long as you don't use any incantations or invocations, that's what they're really that's what they really
Oh,
dislike
so
there.
the burning hands would be okay.
Yep. Possibly
Good to know.
fireball if you can get away with it.
I do have fireball, but fireball is like a spell.
A spell, that's the thing. But you are a fire genie.
Yeah, the
so
burning hands is the racial trait.
Gotcha. Yep, then you can.
What does Gerald exactly look like?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Very large barbarian.
I'm picturing Nathan
Shit.
Fillion.
He's gonna fucking destroy us.
I'm picturing...
I'm picturing Nathan Fillion with just a beard, like a full-on lumberjack beard.
Ew. I don't think I've ever seen him with a beard.
Does anyone here have Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Yep.
Have you ever watched The Tick?
I've watched the old Tick, not the new one.
That will work as well.
I used to watch the cartoon version when I was younger.
The new show is great, and you should all watch it.
Okay. So just picturing a gigantic torso.
Yep. Yeah, that's his looks, and even then, obviously, he's not in a giant blue suit. But yeah. He's a barbarian, so we're fucked.
Like how tall is he?
There are no pictures of Nathan Fillion with a big bushy beard, so that's probably for the best.
Again, he's standing over pretty tall, even over the guy who he was talking to. Over you guys, he's about 7 or 8 feet.
So we're pretty close in height.
Yep.
I'm so tiny.
He likes you, Jax. Like he gives like a good smile, thinking about fighting you.
He's about half of me taller than me.
Should have totally put a little dip into barbarian. Now I'm screwed.
He sort of notices that there is a little bit of worry on Mira's face. He goes, "Don't worry, little lady. Again, I'll be sure to go easy on you guys. If I have you pinned down, I will not take the killing blow."
Well, I would assume that we're not doing lethal damage. You wouldn't want to damage any potential members. At least not yet.
Well, when I'm going easy.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
I don't
Alright.
think I trust this guy.
I appreciate the opportunity to join the guild.
I
Can I
hope
get,
you
like,
can
a-
prove you're worth it.
Can I get like a sweep around the room just to see what's all in the room?
What are you looking for?
I guess like what type of people are in the room?
Okay,
Level
go ahead and
5
make a
now, so I
perception
get 2
check.
attacks.
Mira?
Yeah, sorry. I think Brandon was talking over you.
Gotcha. Go
Oh,
ahead and
no.
make a perception
No.
check.
I was just talking to myself. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, make a perception check.
Yes. Yeah.
16.
16. Again, there are 5 other individuals. No, sorry. 7 other individuals. 3 of them are human. One of them is a sort of half-elf looking person. They do have a good bit of muscles on them. One of them is half-orc. That's 5. One of them is another barbarian. And one other individual is a dwarf. Sort of a taller dwarf, though. Sort of looks like half-human.
What race is the other barbarian?
The other barbarian is human.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and get a drink really quick. If you guys walk somewhere, I'll just follow.
All of them seem really, or no, not human. Sort of half. Yeah, that one is human. This guy though seems like he's half giant or something.
The one in front of me?
Yeah.
Is Gerald's skin like the color of a human, or?
It's pretty similar to a human. He sort of looks a bit more like a Goliath.
Does he have a lot of hair or no hair?
He does not have hair.
Okay. Does he have any markings? Like
A number of tattoos.
Okay.
One of them like a big ship and a sunset over the sea on his left shoulder. On his right says "Mom." Just like
Oh,
yeah, a bunch of random tattoos along his body. He is not wearing a shirt. He's just like freelancing it with like a sort of like scarf kind of thing wrapped around his waist, and shorts. But as for a shirt, he's just topless and very very. He got quite a workout. He's sweating a good bit.
Who's topless?
The guy. Yeah.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Mira,
Just
you missed a lot.
completely.
No, yeah, Mira got naked. It was great.
Yeah, you just missed.
Interesting. Jax didn't miss it.
Mira was like, the paladin's gone. Quick. Yeah, he's just completely I wouldn't say unadulterated. What's the word I'm looking for? Unaffected, unfazed, you know?
So we're just like watching this guy work out or something? What are we doing?
Yeah, they pretty
No,
much
I
all
had
are.
a-
You guys caught them in the middle of their fighting, as it were.
Oh, okay. So it's like two guys oiled up wrestling in the middle of like the floor, basically.
And Mira's topless.
A lot.
And Zash is bottomless.
Yeah.
Got it.
A good bit of blood too, though, on most of the fighters out here, and two sets of them are just completely bare fist fighting.
Cool.
Which ones?
The one with the two humans, and the one with the human fighter and the half elf.
All right.
And about what time is it now?
It is about 3:30.
Okay. So
And of
pretty
the
early.
people in the room, are they male? Are they female? Or a mix?
You only
Mix of
see
both?
all male.
Sounds about right. Alrighty.
Women are
Well-
welcome, but all right.
Alrighty.
So I will see you all at noon then tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Sounds wonderful, Gerald.
See you then. He goes back and once again starts talking with the one guy. And then before you even notice anything, the guy just right hooks him as he and starts to punch him back as you guys walk out.
Are we to believe that they all like live at the Fighters Guild, or that they just go there during the day?
I think you guys would know. Almost all guilds have set up room accommodations and stuff like that for fighters and or the mages or whatever it might be.
Also, if like every member
And
had
the
to
Maple
fight
City.
this guy to get in, why is he the elected leader in the group? Because like everyone in there has kicked his ass at some point.
That
Very
is
strange.
not true. You need years of practice to become a fighter. Most of the time, it would just be you guys train with him for a very long time, or if you are normal fighters, then you train for him for like a month, and you do that. But you guys want to become
Oh, okay.
fighters immediately, so he set that up as a bit of a
right.
challenge.
So if we were to go there to join right now, we would be like trainees, go there, train for a while, and then be members. But this is like, if we can beat you, we're members.
Yeah, you sort of caught his attention when you were like, okay, well, what can we do to become members immediately, improve? You're like, we are fighters. We've been fighting for years.
Right.
You caught his attention with that, especially you, again, being another large, overtowering fighter kind of person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Was there anything else we needed to do or go or?
Well, it's pretty obvious that Zash is going to get his ass kicked. So we should probably go and find an invitation from somewhere so I can see if I can procure some more.
Well, if we find another one, there's no need to go back and fight this guy.
Well, we agreed to it, and I don't want to be in bad favor with the Fighters Guild.
Oh,
since they
believe me,
do
I
work
want to go
as
back and
guards.
fight. That's my point. I want to go back and fight.
Oh, yes, but if we have invitations of a sort, even if we don't win against him, we'll still be able to get in.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying that I do want to go back and fight him. I don't want to, like, not go back and fight is all I was getting at.
Oh, yeah, backing out would be a really dumb idea. But
Zash might have his
before-
ways. You don't know.
Yeah, what about magic outside of the ring? He kept saying no magic in the ring.
How do you mean?
He also said no enchanted weaponry and the such, so that would probably not be very good either.
Right.
But he did say we can use anything at our disposal. A puppy's at my disposal.
That is true. But let's go ahead and see if we
What
can
about
find
my
anybody.
magical steed? Well, it's magic. I guess it doesn't
Yeah.
count.
The puppy's
Yeah.
not technically magic. It can just use magic spells.
Right. Must be nice.
All
Need to
right.
find a-
Uh,
Are there any alleys I can duck in
Actually-
since we're walking towards the, I guess merchant district or whatever it was?
are there any alleys?
Yeah.
Few here and there, not really. More so the underground would be used if you wanted to sort of evade that, but,
Well, no, I mean like a place that people wouldn't really see me. Just for like a few minutes.
you can hide between a couple of buildings here and there.
Alright, great. Before we see any people who may have influence, money, or power, I need you to make a wall for me. And I point at you two.
All right. I stand in front of her.
Same.
Okay, I'm assuming y'all would probably be blocking the street view to the alley.
I'm assuming.
Great, I'm gonna change to my fancy clothes.
Alright.
I'm gonna also take the brooch that I have and pin it to those clothes and take the glasses out of my disguise kit and put them on.
Okay.
And braid my hair.
Okay. Yeah, good to know. You do know that the ball isn't for a few nights, right?
Yeah, I have a set of fine clothes though.
Yeah. All
She
right.
wants to look good for the fancy people in the business district.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you guys head on over them once she's done changing?
I'm gonna act like a guard, so kind of like walking a little bit behind Mira, and just like act like I'm always at alert, sort of a thing.
Alright. Jax,
Yes.
once we get in there and start talking to people, Zash has seen it very briefly, but I'm going to be acting differently.
Okay.
Just go along with it and try not to talk too much because that could mess things up in continuity.
Wow. Ouch.
And
Sure.
that's-
It's terrifying. You'll be speechless anyway. Trust me.
I do want to point out I am a charisma-based character, so as it is not as good as your guys's, I can lie.
Alright.
But it's fine, I won't. Continue.
So I guess we'll just make our way over there.
Okay.
Making our way downtown. Walking fast.
Yes.
Paces past.
As we're homebound.
Okay.
No.
And I miss you. Okay. You guys head on over to the financial district. You guys come across some more buildings and just through a little park area where a number of people are finishing up lunch, but that's more so on the later end of some of them, as some others are just getting out of their work now. And what in particular are you looking for?
I feel like we need to ask around to see who kind of has the most influence within this area, because they would be the most likely to get an invite. If a diplomat from outside of the area was invited, then it has to be somebody that's important.
Yeah, I definitely try and ask around about that.
Ask who? Are you looking for certain individuals, or?
I'm gonna try and look for Thieves' Cant again.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for like somebody in very nice clothing.
Oh, come on.
And when I see them, I'll just point them out to Mira.
What is your perception check?
Mine was 15.
15 for Jax.
Sorry, that's 16 plus 1. My bad.
Okay, and Mira?
Mine was 5 for Thieves' Cant.
16. 5?
Yep.
Oh boy.
You thieves can't see anything.
Yeah.
My perception is absolutely abysmal.
And it reflects it. Yeah, you don't see very much anything. And everything looks on the up and up. Brandon, you don't see anything either.
I don't see like anybody in nice clothing at all.
I mean, you see a couple of people in like sort of like suit-looking things, not too far off from some of the stuff that you saw over at the name of the shop, which I wrote down over at that shop that you were at the other day getting your stuff done, you know. But that's about the extent of the niceties of it. It's the financial district, and yeah, some of them are wearing more expensive clothing, but nobody's wearing any gowns or anything like that, and Mira sort of stands out a little bit.
Well, I'm kind of wearing like the
Peach dress?
No, I'm wearing my set of fine clothes.
Set of fine clothes, that's it. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of more like a diplomat's robes, if you will.
Okay.
I'm wearing that.
Okay, so yeah, you don't stand out. But again, is that what you mean by Brandon, by looking for people with nicer clothes, like the people who were...
Yeah, just like somebody that would like know this area a little better, or like know people here.
I was under the impression that you guys meant like people in like fine black tie. Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you do see a number of individuals, mostly gentlemen, occasional women, walking around in somewhat finer clothing. Most of them appear to be leaving the buildings, and none of them are really out for their lunch, like the other ones.
So then I just kind of like say to Mira that we can probably talk to just about anybody here, and they could point us in at least some direction.
All right. Can I get a good look at some of the shop names or the building names if they have any identification on them first?
You do not notice much identification. In fact, many of these buildings just look very similar. If you didn't know where you were supposed to be going, then you could get very lost easily.
Okay.
Unlike the shopping district, they don't have like little signs outside the front of them. Unlike most major cities in the real world, it doesn't have like JP Morgan building in like big letters or anything like that. It's just buildings that all look very similar. Some of them taller, some of them smaller, and people are coming in and out.
All right. Do I see any of the town criers?
You do not see the town's crier here.
All right.
Or any of them,
do you
I
guys
should say.
want to just stop someone, or should we keep looking around?
I think we should just stop someone and at least get some kind of idea of some place to go.
All right. The next guy that walks by, I want to try and flag down.
All right. The next guy in like somewhat finer clothing.
Yeah.
Okay. You see someone walk out of a building rather near you guys and near the park, and as he begins to try and make his way around this building here and over to the area, you guys stop him and approach him as he's making his way downtown. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, hello. My name is Abigail Desquillow, and I'm kind of lost.
Whatever you're buying, I wouldn't like it.
Oh,
have
no,
the-
no. I'm one of the diplomats coming in for the ball that's happening.
Oh.
But I lost the rest of my group, and I've never been here before. I don't know where they're staying.
Do me a favor, make a deception check. I like that. Yeah, shoot. Drop the big die.
Ooh. 12?
12?
Yeah.
Rolled a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you. Of course, yes, Abigail. I've heard of you. I'm so sorry. Your group, remind me which group of diplomats you're with. I mean, I know of you, but which group of diplomats are you with again?
Well, I was sent, with the group from Thornapple, but I was with a bunch of other people from different places.
Right, Thornapple diplomats. I'm not sure if I know exactly where they are. I mean, if I were to guess, of course, I would say that they were in the Golden Dreams, which is, of course, the inn where vast majority of the diplomats for the event are staying.
Oh, that's a great starting point. Thank you so much.
Yes. If you'd ever like to bring any business our way in real estate, if you're looking for anything in Thornapple, we do accommodate there as well. I work here at JK Landscaping, and just yes, here's my parchment, as he hands you like a little card.
Well, thank you so much. I'll be sure to talk with my my supervisor and my supervisor to take care of this.
I thought that... You mean your personal assistants, right? I wouldn't think that as a diplomat you'd have supervisors and supervisors and supervisors.
Well, we kind of have a bit of a branch system.
Well, I mean, I know that you work for the Jarl of Thornapple, but isn't that it?
We're kind of doing a new remapping of the structure. Shut up, you. A bit of the structure of our system.
Go ahead and make another deception check.
Um, 25.
Oh, right, of course. I didn't know that Thornapple was in that.
It's a brand new thing that's going on.
I'm sorry to question
And
it
it might change, we don't know. We're still working out the bugs.
Gotcha. But nonetheless, I know that you must be very, very high up in the ranks, and any business that you could bring our way from the town of Thornapple would be much appreciated.
Well, no problem, and thank you for leading me in the right direction.
Of course. All right.
Come on, boys, let's go to this inn and find the rest of our party.
Of course. And I started walking.
Me too.
So do you guys head on over to the Golden Dreams?
Believe so.
Yep.
You guys walk in, and this is like one of the most elegant places you guys have ever seen. Literally, the foyer looks as though it were hand-picked out of marble and gold. And it's just... every detail looks like it was handcrafted. From the marble flooring to the beautiful, beautiful handmade... what's the word I'm looking for? Extravagant... painting up above on the top. Michelangelo's... what's it called? Sort of like a Sistine Chapel kind of thing, but I can't think of the exact name of that kind of...
Can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh my gosh.
I know. Oh well. Again, extravagant, beautiful artwork. Almost all of it, beautiful paintings and depictions of the Valkyrie, of beautiful, angelic humanoids that fly over, and it sort of has the whole depiction of the history and lore of the world of Valkyrie in it, as how they came down, saved humanity, brought them to this land, and to start anew after, you know, their old world was almost completely destroyed and ravaged by greed of a few individuals, and yada yada yada. And it just tells like that whole story in just sort of a very circular, cyclical kind of storyline. You guys, of course, in front of you see a front desk and two grand staircases lead up along the sides. On both sides, it's sort of similar to other inns that you've seen. There's like a study, but this one, it's so much more extravagant. It's just like beautiful granite floors that go all the way across, marble pillars that hold everything up and in place. And the seats you see are sort of like a white leather with a sort of gray rug that runs beneath them, the couches. But they're a lot more smaller and go far less back, but it's a wide entrance, so it continues on your left and on your right once you walk in for tens, maybe even hundreds of feet. And there is a woman behind the desk. But that is all that you see. Nobody else.
Is there anybody sitting around?
Nobody sitting around. No diplomats sitting around or anything like that. It is, again, about 3:30 now, maybe 4. No, I'd say about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're sure that this place will fill up a good bit more throughout the evening once people are checking in and or walking in to go to their rooms.
I'm gonna walk over to the front desk.
Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm looking for a missing item.
Missing item? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've lost something. We do have some items that have been found. What are you looking for?
Well, this is really embarrassing, and the rest of the people I'm with are probably going to be extremely disappointed if they find out I lost it. I'm with some of the diplomats staying here. I lost... And I kind of lean in close, like to whisper. I lost my invitation to the gala.
Oh goodness.
I'm a bit scatterbrained, and they know it, and they'll hold it against me quite dearly.
Right. I don't know what to say about that. As you know, the security for the gala is through the roof, especially considering everything that's been happening. I mean, if you lost your invitation, surely the best place to go to would be the capital.
I just wanted to see if you had it or if I could look for it. I don't want to give the rest of my group any trouble.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
9.
2. All right.
Oh my god. I rolled a natural 2. I'm just like, oh shit.
Right. We have found a pass. But we thought that we would just get rid of it, seeing as how it's so important. But do you have any identification to prove that you are who you say you are? And
Oh, yes, and I pull out my papers.
okay. It all looks right. You said you're with the delegation from Thornapple?
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. here you go. I'm glad that we were able to give it back to you, seeing as how, again, we were just gonna get rid of it, seeing as how all the security measures are so extreme.
Thank you so much. Oh.
In your hand, as she hands it back to you, it is sort of like a Willy Wonka golden ticket kind of moment. It sort of looks like a almost normal piece of parchment paper, but then as you look closer, you can see that each and every letter is printed with gold ink, and there's a gold seal of approval on it. And if you hold it up to the light, you can see that there is actually like a band in this very particular parchment, which is very different from many others. And if you look really closely, then what you thought was just a normal around the border around the outside is actually very, very finely printed words that you have a difficult time making out with just the naked eye, but you can tell that this is incredibly complex, secure, and will probably be very difficult to forge, but you have a pass.
No.
Would all of us need an invitation?
I'm gonna look at the fine print in a second.
Yeah, depending on what you were doing, but yeah.
Well, I was just gonna pose as like her bodyguard type thing, but I don't know.
That would probably take a good bit of convincing.
I mean, I have high persuasion.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I can persuade somebody.
Fair enough.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am. Oh, I feel so much better now that I don't have to worry about this.
Of course. Glad that we could help you out. Do you still have your room open?
Well, they didn't trust me with a room key. I have to go find one of my friends to open the room for me.
Right. What room is it?
Oh, gosh.
Just walk out.
I will be frank. I wasn't really paying attention. You see, I just came back from getting my glasses mended. I couldn't see.
Of course. Here, tell you what. She takes out a ledger, opens it up, this heavy ledger, but very, very finely accounted for, and with lots of, what's the word I'm looking for again? I'm drawing so many blanks tonight. With very, very, a lot of care put into it, with every single word that's written down. She goes, okay, Thorn Apple Delegation. The Thorn Apple Delegation has rooms from 300 to 350. Do you have any idea which one it was in between there?
I think it was somewhere in the middle. We walked for a couple feet.
Somewhere in the middle, so... And how many people were in your room?
It was just me and my bodyguards and one other person, a shorter. Well, he was a dwarf, kind of rough but very regal.
Rough? Oh.
Well, I mean, compared to me.
Wait, they booked you in with another man in your room. Oh, that's simply not right. You're not. This regal gentleman. Are you with him?
Well, we're kind of
Gotcha. Say no more. I thought that they just booked you in with some stranger. I would have given you a new room, but
Oh no. We're good. We're good friends.
regal dwarf. Oh, was it 313? We have one dwarvish gentleman in there.
I think so.
Okay. Well, tell you what, just between us girls, it's silly that they didn't give you a key. Here's a key to room 313.
Well, thank you so much.
Of course. Can't wait to
Yeah,
see more of you.
Yeah.
This innkeeper should be fired.
Hush.
Jack
thank
should
you
make
so
the plans
much.
way more often.
Well,
She rolled like
Before I
twos
go-
and shit for a bunch of stuff, and then I did a roll
Yeah.
for the scenario, and it was a natural
Mhm.
20. So you could have gotten like anything from her.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for your help. I'm gonna go grab some dinner, maybe a pastry or two from a local connoisseur.
Ah, of course. In fact, there is a lovely bakery just down the road. I can't remember the name of it, but they have this incredible everything bagel. It is just the best.
Well, thank you so much for the recommendation. So I can give you a good review later. What's your name?
Ah, my name is Isabel. Isabel Nanica. Any kind words to my superiors would be much appreciated. That's so kind.
Well, thank you so much. I'll see you later. Have a good
You
night.
too. You too.
I walk out.
I turn and walk out, give a little head nod to her.
What was the name of that inn again?
Golden Dreams.
See? Weird, right?
It's pretty weird, but also I'm a fucking genius.
How are you, genius?
It was my idea to come to this area looking for the invite.
Fair point. All right, we have one. You want to go? Do you want to go to that lovely bakery?
Why didn't we just go up to room 313 and see if there was any more there?
Little bit,
Because
no. Or were you guys all in that? Were you guys all
I'm
in
thinking
the
they were
building?
standing. I think
I
they're
thought
standing
we were.
right behind me.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
bodyguards.
Yeah.
They're my bodyguards.
All right.
Well, if the gentleman in that room happened to be there, we're outside the building, right?
Yeah, you guys are outside now.
Okay.
That's why
If
I
the
said-
gentleman from that building happened to be there, he would be very angry I had a key to his room.
You could just be like, oh, the lady downstairs might have given me the wrong key. I apologize.
Yeah, you're apparently pretty charming.
And deceptive. Jack squints his eyes, questioning his loyalties.
Well, this isn't the only job I have. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Where to? Back to the bar room? Oh, okay.
That might be best if I want to see if I can make more of these. If not, we'll have to have a lot of sleep for tomorrow. But I do want to stop by that bakery.
The one here might be a
Um,
little expensive.
It's probably really good.
You guys have, we'll say you guys do remember seeing just like a baked goods sign along your path as you guys kept on going to and fro here, but especially outside this building. Once you crossed the bridge, you guys really noticed it. It just says baked goods on the sign, but it is sticking out right by that building that you guys got all your enchanted stuff from.
Come on. I kind of take out my braid and put my glasses away.
Okay. So you guys go to it?
I do.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys walk in. Hello. What may we assist you with?
I have come to look at your sweets and decide if I want one.
Of course. We have a number of things that are about to be put away for the evening, considering it is starting to get later on, and after lunch, not many people do want our sweets, so go ahead and have a look around. And as you look, you do see a number of chocolate pastries, danishes, cheese danishes, things of the sort, donuts, cakes, cupcakes.
Do they have snickerdoodles?
They do not have snickerdoodles. They are adamantly against snickerdoodles. I apologize.
I refuse to support this establishment.
Same.
It was a natural one for snickerdoodles.
I just love that you rolled for snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodles are amazing.
I make this world as much with fate as I can. If they have snickerdoodles, we will roll. But yeah, I apologize.
I'm gonna look at their cake then.
They have a number of cakes. Seems like these are more so display cakes. They have cupcakes, of course, which are available for purchase, but their displays are more so decorated to show what they can do for cakes for special events and things of the sort. From elegant white with like gold and silver trim all the way around, looking like a wedding cake kind of sort of things, to cake that is actually made to look like a dragon, which is pretty legit. Or just the dragon skull, I should say. Which it's actually about pretty life-size to Jax's head. But it just has a bit more of those natural full dragon features than his half-human face does, and the texture on it is incredible.
Do they have like a day-old clearance bin?
They do not.
This is a good establishment.
Once
Do they have baked goods with magical properties?
you can ask if they're gonna get rid
yeah.
of some, and
Hypothetically,
ask
if we
that
were
too.
to rub this into somebody's face, would it cause blindness?
you can,
Alternatively, weed brownies.
yeah, yeah. You can ask them if they have any magical effects, sort of baked goods.
I do that.
Well, we do have a couple of potions that we got from the shop down the way. That, when applied, can give sort of... Why do you ask?
Why do I ask?
Yes, why do you ask?
You can never be too careful.
What does that mean?
Or did you actually want to know?
You're not with the god, are you?
No, we just want to have a little bit of fun.
Right.
We're just passing through. It's, in the middle of an adventure. You never know what you're going to need.
He literally asks this at every bakery we go to.
It's true.
Persuasion.
I'm kind of a sucker for magical sweets.
With advantage. And I'm going to say Mira persuasion with advantage. Just because she sort of took the reins on the role.
16.
With advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Well then, yes. We do have a number of chocolate kind of croissants that do have some added items in them. If you're interested, it's 5 gold a croissant.
Magical croissants.
Done.
With no snickerdoodles.
I know.
What is this world?
A travesty. I'll take 3.
What do they do?
Oh,
I don't
yes.
care. I'm taking 3.
It will be quite the pleasant surprise, I promise you. As he starts going down to like this bottom little cabinet, more so. Of course, there's the display glass of all the things, and it goes almost the entire length of the counter, and it all has like little handles so they can lift up and quickly reach in and pull out stuff. But for this, he sort of opens up a bottom drawer that's hidden from, or I should say that's under the display glass. And from the back, he just puts in the bag There are 3 little chocolate croissants.
Well, before I buy them, I just want to know if I should feed them to my friends or my enemies.
Trust me, your friends. These
All right.
are
Then
the
I'll also
best
take
deal in a good time that you will find in the entire city.
Okay, I also take 3.
Alright.
You also take 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and mark down that you guys bought 15
Are these gonna send
gold.
us on some kind of like a trip? Is that the kind of good time we're talking about?
That is what I'm hoping.
A little bit.
Is there anything with frosting on it?
Yes, we do have something that's, let's just say it makes you feel a bit more lively, in the form of cupcake.
Hypothetically, if you were to rub said frosting in someone's eyes,
No, it needs to actually be ingested, and it is mainly...
not for magical effects, just would it cause them to not be able to see as well?
I would assume that anyone with frosting in their eye would not be able to see as well, yes. But nonetheless, the potion is within the cake batter, not the frosting.
Out of game, hypothetically, would rubbing cupcake in someone's face be a bonus action or a full action?
That would be a bonus action, depending on if you were to throw it. It might be a full action, but yeah.
I take 1 cupcake.
Okay.
The one with the most frosting.
Okay.
I'm guessing it would be a normal cupcake then.
Yeah, just a normal cupcake.
You
with
could just
frosting.
cut the top off of it and then eat the cake part for the benefits.
You're just taking normal cupcake
That's
with
a good
frosting?
point. What kind of
Yeah.
benefits does this cake do? Cupcake?
He said it makes you feel more lively. The magical one. If you're getting a normal one, then it's just 2 silver pieces.
I want the magical one.
That'll be 5 gold.
Okay, I hand over 5 gold.
Alright. He hands you.
And how long does the effects of this last?
Hours.
Oh, we're gonna have a good trip tonight, folks.
Yeah, I don't know if I should eat this the next day or test it out. Do I have to eat the whole cake to get the effect? Or can I take like a bite and get like a glimpse of the effect?
Jax, are you on a diet?
Almost.
I have things in my mind, plans.
Almost always you need the full dose, but if you are new to it, then a half should do.
Okay.
Although, and he looks you up and down once more, I'd stick with
Because of
full
my
dose.
size, right?
Yeah.
God damn it. I buy another cupcake.
Alright, thank you very much. So you give him 5 more gold pieces.
Can I check the room for thieves' cant?
You can.
Oh, 17.
You do not see any thieves' cant in this bakery.
Gosh darn it. Alright.
As
Actually,
soon as
the bulletin board. There would be a bulletin board in here.
there is a bulletin board. Do I see Jeff anywhere? Never mind, I rolled really bad. I don't see Jeff.
Okay. Okay. You do see thieves' cant. And in thieves' cant, one of the papers says, meeting, for the followers of the Sparrow. It has a date of 2 nights from now. And a location, sort of, that is hidden within the market district.
But I know anything about the followers of the Sparrow.
You have not heard of it before.
I'm gonna take the paper.
All right. You also see another piece of paper in Thieves' Cant. That says, okay, this one would be a bit more obscure because it's sort of like a hidden message. In Thieves' Cant, though, it says, fight back against the system. And just a series of numbers. And it says magic users only.
I'm gonna take that one too.
Okay. I'll explain throughout the week what the series of numbers are. But yeah.
Okay.
Do you share what you found?
Well, when we're not in a public area.
Fair. So I'm curious about that magic users only thing. Maybe I won't go to the Fighters Guild.
Well, you don't know about that yet.
I know, I'm just saying, I'm curious.
Okay.
Can we play at least until we fight them at the Fighters Guild?
Let's see how long that
Sure,
takes.
yeah.
Quit piddling.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are jerks. I don't want to wait a whole week.
Alright. Do you guys do anything else for the day then?
I would like to go back to the hotel room and get fucked up, because that sounds like fun.
I want to go back and I'm going to eat one of my cupcakes as soon as we get in the room. I just need to know what it does.
So
I'm going to
you guys
my
go
room.
into your individual rooms as opposed to down in the bar area or the tavern area?
Yeah,
I think we should
I'm
be
going
in the same room to eat our pastries, just in case.
You guys are gonna sit in the circle and be like, okay, here we go.
No, I'm
Yeah.
going to my
Go
own
on.
room.
Okay.
Fine.
Whatever.
I don't know what this thing does, and I don't want to do anything really dumb, right, guys?
Have a lonely trip.
Right. This is supposed to be
Exactly,
taken
bond.
with friends.
Yeah. Friends don't let friends trip alone.
You can try and drag me with you.
This can be interesting.
Dex?
I blocked the doorway so she can't leave.
Can I try and get past?
Yeah, you can try. He's blocking the doorway. Either you can try and use strength to get around him, or dex and like maybe try and go out the window or something. It's up to you.
I'm gonna use Dex. I'm
God, you're going out the window to avoid this?
gonna try and go underneath you.
Yeah, you can try that.
Come on, Mira, don't be pathetic.
But this would also still be up against his strength, because all you really gotta do is hold his.
Would
legs
this be
together.
just straight Dex?
Your dex against his strength?
Alright.
Am I adding anything to it? My modifier, I'm
Your
assuming?
strength modifier, yeah.
Okay.
Just straight up Dex?
Just straight up dex. Dex modifier.
21.
21.
Also 21.
Also 21.
I rolled a natural 19.
I rolled a 17 plus 4.
Yeah, with that, Mira, you are. You get halfway about through, but you're still sort of trapped there. You guys are evenly matched. Your speed and his strength. He's got you pinned a little.
Fine.
You say literally halfway between his legs, trying to crawl your way out. You just give in.
I stay in the doorway as I eat my cupcake.
You just take out your cupcake, start eating it. Does everyone else do the same and start eating their pastries?
I do. I eat my croissant, but I want to
eat
be in
a
the
pastry.
room.
You eat a pastry, and do you give any crumbs or anything to the puppies?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just checking. And
I want
would
to know
like
what it does
mention-
first.
I would like to mention, guys, we do not in any way condone eating any edibles or going on any trips with any sort of drugs or anything like that.
Oh gosh, no, this is
Then you do you.
Terrible. This is a terrible idea.
This is a terrible idea. I want.
I,
everyone
as
to roll
Rachel, I
a
hate drugs. So.
roll up. That's why we just do it in fantasy world because it has no consequences. But in reality, there's so many consequences.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
roll a straight.
I mean,
up
I
D20.
wasn't assuming it was drugs. I was assuming it was some kind of like beneficial thing. And
Yeah,
we're just making
no.
I
drug
was
deals.
hoping
They're not-
it was going to be beneficial as well.
They're not mages. Let's be real
Nope.
here. It was just it's a con save.
Nope. Just straight up D20.
Okay,
Just straight up D20.
15.
15 is good.
12.
12 is okay.
Just straight up 11.
11. I am happy nobody got under 5. That would have been like a really bad trip.
Bad trip.
That would have been such a bad trip. Especially for
God.
Zash or Mira. Like,
God.
with the mental stuff that you guys have already been through. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with Mira. Mira. You eat your chocolate croissant. And nothing seems to happen for a little bit. You're just waiting there. You're sort of pouting as to not being able to be on your own during this excursion. But then you slowly, like, just feel yourself become weightless. Like almost back when you were sprinkled with pixie dust. You just feel yourself like lift up. Like almost all of the cares and the worries and the past experiences that weighed you down just allow you to let go of that. And you're just floating around. You guys watch as Mira's arms literally will like float up and she's just staring at them like eyes wide. Just like trying to bring her arm back down as it wants to continue to lift up. You feel light, you feel free, you feel happy. Very happy. Next we go over to Zash. Zash. For you, it's as though you just, for the first time ever, stepped foot onto the fire plane. You feel natural warmth exude from inside of you outward. This warmth is a little bit apparent with your abilities, but luckily not too extreme. Luckily able to be kept under control and not getting out of hand, but you feel as though the worries about what might happen to these people that you're getting close to, as though the worries as to what happened to Eldith once she went her separate way, is the worries that whatever this thing wants inside your head, what'll happen when he gets it, or what he really does want, just disappears. In fact, you feel as though for this moment he has no control over your mind at all. In sort of a half-lucid moment, you go, "Hey, voice, and it doesn't respond. So it doesn't even seem it can hear you. And then you go back to feeling pleasant, to feeling warm, welcome, safe. And most importantly, as though you too were able to put a lot of things from your past out of your mind. And then thirdly, we go over to Brandon. Jax, he has a bit of a different potion. Okay, quick question. As you ate your muffin, and Mira just gave in, what did you two do after that? Did you immediately go back in the room, sit in a corner, and begin to pout and then trip, or what happened?
I mean, that just depends on if Jax let me out.
In your lucid state, did you let go of your legs and hold on her? Jax, Brandon? Hello?
I think he's
Hello?
frozen.
Uh-oh, I think he's frozen.
That is not good.
Well, while we're waiting, are there any like negative effects of this, like as far as our stats and stuff?
For right now, I'd say that your guys' passive perception is dropped 5 points. Your I'd say just general wisdom is dropped. Yeah, I'd say like 5 points. But other than that, nothing.
We're in
All right.
La La Land.
Yeah.
That's pretty extreme, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
No. I'll make it passive perception drops 5 points, and intelligence and wisdom both drop 2 points. But that's it.
For how long?
Until the effects end, which is usually, and from what the guy hinted at, it's usually about a couple of hours for some of these.
But we're about to go to bed anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And where is Brandon back yet? Hello?
Brandon.
Okay. Well, I do not know if he can hear me. For I really hope he can.
I'll try the...
But Mira, when he lets go of his hold, do you like crawl away into the center of the room, or what did you do?
I'd probably just be close to him.
Okay. Did you sit next to him?
Yeah.
How close?
I mean, next to him. Why?
Brandon had something a little bit different than you guys. What Brandon took was, in a word, like, ecstasy?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Brandon slowly starts to just sort of get enthralled by the feel of his own scales on his arm. And just sort of, like, wrap up in himself. He like, occasionally will put his hand along, like, the side of your head mirror, which, like, scares you a bit, but you're also, like, tripping yourself. But he'll just, like, not, like, in, like, a super, like, obsessed or creepy manner, but he'll just, like, wide-eyed, like, hold you by the cheeks and just be like, whoa, you know? And just very, very strange for a paladin, especially considering that I would view Brandon as more so, or sorry, not Brandon, obviously. I would view Jax as more so a not reluctant to, like, be touched or touch other people or hug or hold or embrace or anything like that, but just, you know, held back from getting too close, and like, he has a good respect of other people's personal bubble, and he likes his to be respected as well, and that just sort of disappears with this. Like, his hand will, like, occasionally, like, go up against his head, but then one time he'll, like, put his cheek up against, like, your cheek, and he tries to do sort of something similar with Zash, but his head is just, like, on fire at this point. And he has no control over the making it just light, not heat. So his hand, like, gets a little bit singed, but he's able to take it back in time and not have any lasting or painful effects from it. But yeah, he feels very, very lively, as the guy said he would. Oh boy.
We're all terrible people.
All right. Well. Brandon is out completely. I'm gonna go ahead and try and send the link in the thing. But you guys go to bed afterwards?
We'd probably just fall asleep.
Yeah. Zash wants to like enjoy a good night's sleep without voices in his head.
And it is soothing for a while to...
I kind of lean up against Jax.
He's still tripping and like rubbing his own shoulder and stuff, but he knows you're there, and he sooner after he'll slowly close his eyes too and allow that quiet moment to take him into sleep. As you guys sleep throughout the night, and Sash, you fall asleep beautifully. Like, you were like, okay, this is nice. I'm gonna close my eyes, and boom, you're out. Because it was just so much weight out off your shoulders. Throughout the night, you wake up at one point, like your eyes open for a second, as though, like, okay, am I out in the middle of the woods, Zash? But no, you're safe in the very nice, very affordable hotel. And you once again go back to sleep. And it's the second time that you go to sleep that weightless, worryless feeling isn't there anymore. And you're once again in a very familiar place. What the hell did you do?
God damn it.
What the hell was that thing?
It was just a little snack.
Little
A really refreshing snack, actually.
I don't like it.
I like it so much I kind of want another one right now, actually.
No, I don't think you heard me. I didn't like that. So you're not gonna have any more of it. Understood?
Yeah. I understand.
Good. Now just remember, I'll be watching. I'm glad
I know.
you finally learned to listen to me. For a minute there, I was worrying you weren't gonna. Then I would have had to really piss you off. What? You think that's funny? It would have been
I think
easy
all
to
of
do
this is
so.
pretty funny.
Well, next time you piss me off, maybe I'll kill off that little Mira. Then I'm sure you won't find it as funny when I threaten you in the future. Then the next one will be will be Jax. And then those little puppies that hold the only connection you have to your plane.
You wouldn't dare, because you'll never get what you want out of me if you kill everyone that's with me.
It'd make it more difficult. Sure. But sometimes you need to break something before you can build it the way you want it.
No. You get nothing after that.
You seem so confident. You seem so afraid that I might.
You can't push a man until he has nothing left to lose.
Why Once you break
Because then he has nothing to give.
Yeah, but then you'll just be a mindless minion. Maybe I've been looking at it all wrong. Maybe I shouldn't force you to be better. No, I gave a part of my soul for you. Maybe I should just let that part take over. Maybe I should just let the part of you that gets in the way fade away. Lose all hope. Lose all drive. And I'll finally get what I want. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. It'd be easy to do. You're a lot more emotional than you let on. There are so many things, so many straws. If I were to add, would break your back in half.
Go ahead. Keep pushing.
I might. Do you really welcome the challenge?
Just saying. See what happens when you push a man past the breaking point.
Don't just say yes. Accept the fight. Let me fight you. I want to see that drive. Otherwise, you will be useless. Otherwise, I won't have a need for you, and I will have wasted part of my soul. And don't forget, if you listen carefully enough, you can still hear that part of my soul. My soul lives in you. No matter what curses you break, no matter what you do to me, where I go, I will still live in you, even once I get what I want.
Unless I die, then there'll be nowhere for your soul to go.
Luckily, I chose someone who's such a coward he won't let himself die for the sake of just pissing off another.
Guess we'll have to see about that.
You're really starting to piss me off again.
Feelings mutual, bub.
What are you, Wolverine now?
I had to.
Alright, fine. You want to play this route? Let's play this route. Have a good day. As the voice once again fades. It's now morning time. Everyone wakes up. And Zash, as you start to wake up, the Cerberus puppies are not by you.
Okay.
Very faintly, as you begin to open your eyes, wake up, and all of you sitting in the same room, having had quite a nice trip, quite a nice evening, relaxing for a majority of you, including you up until that point, Zash. All of you are awoken by as the Cerberus puppies are sitting at the edge of the bed on the ground, or just past the edge of the bed, sorry, on the ground, looking up at you, Zash, all barking, growling, so they don't recognize you a single bit. And they
Speak with animals.
You cast Speak with Animals. I want you to make an initiative roll for that.
Son of a bitch.
That's a 4.
They had a natural 14. So they're going to go first. Cerberus puppies are going to cast. Yeah, they don't know any better. Cerberus puppies are going to cast Fire Breath on you.
Okay.
Which is, you're completely immune to fire, right?
I have never had to look into. I know I am something, but I forget what it is.
Immune or resistance, yeah, that's the only thing.
Let's see. Resistance. So is that half?
It's half. So do me a
Okay.
favor, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, but with disadvantage because you are like sitting up in bed, you're still half lying down.
Okay, 6.
Where is that? Okay.
15-foot cone of fire is, I mean, not to be that guy, but it would probably hit more than just me.
Probably would. But I'm thinking that it goes 15 feet back, and it does widen out, but by the time it reaches 15 feet out, I don't know if it'd get anyone else in the room, but it's definitely going to scorch up the wall. Okay. You take half of 23 rounded up, so that is 12 points of fire damage. Half because of your resistance, but still that amount because you did not make the dex saving throw. As the center puppy just lets out a cone-shaped flume of fire and smoke in the instant. Very blue at the beginning and turning to sort of a purple and then an orangish flame as it finally reaches up against you and the wall as you're not able to roll out of bed in time and get onto the ground the opposite way out of bed away from the puppies. It hits you and it hits the wall, and the wall the wall is made mostly out of stone and nicer stuff, so it does not catch fire. But yeah, you are well singed, which you did not even know that fire could do that much damage to you. But you are hurt. It is now your turn.
Okay. I talk to them.
Okay. What do you say?
Furies, what's wrong with you? It's me.
Who are you?
I'm Zash. I'm your owner, your dad. I don't know.
I'm
you're mine.
What? No, you're not. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
18.
I'm confused. I'm sorry. Yeah, for a moment, we didn't recognize you. You were just pouring with smoke.
Something about that doesn't surprise me. Well, I'm trying to think. I want to have a thing that if they don't recognize me again, it'll still be it'll still be a reminder of who I am. I don't really have anything for that though.
Are Jax and I still asleep?
No, you guys woke up by this.
Okay.
In fact, if it kept going at the start of the next round, you guys would have rolled initiative too. But yeah. Right now, you see just Zash talking to his dogs and calming them down now. But yeah, there's a huge circular, like, just a big circle in the wall behind with sort of the imprint of Zash's silhouette in the bed. But
Okay, so here's what he's going to do. He's going to take the wolf cloak off and lay it down at their feet, and tell them to put their little fire paws on the cloak to kind of like burn like a dog paw print into it. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay. So anytime you see this paw print on this cloak, you'll know that it's me. Even if you don't see me as me, you'll know that this is me.
Well, we saw it was you, but it wasn't you though.
But it is. If I'm wearing this cloak, it's me. Okay? There's something out to get me, but it's always me.
All right.
And he pets each of their heads.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes.
It's the best I got.
Yep. All right.
It is now noon the next day.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is getting that time, huh? All right. So you guys just have a normal day throughout up until noon.
I'm gonna eat breakfast and do a little bit of reading.
Jax eats real quick and then starts doing push-ups and crunches and stuff in the room.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
21.
21. All right. Nice. So you do a good number of push-ups. Luckily, none of it draw too heavily on your muscles. You don't get anything sore or anything like that.
Nice.
Actually, no. Dang, I wish I had like a good map for this, but I don't have any great maps for this, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead and just make a little thing off to the side here, since we don't have much time. Over in Delilah's area, we will go ahead and make a little platform of you against the barbarian. As you approach the arena, two guards are standing outside of sort of like a big opening area, and then of course there's the entrance further around to the side of it. But you saw a number of members that you guys saw just yesterday in the Fighters Guild head into past the guards. Where do you wish to go?
Wherever I need to get ready for the fight in the arena. Because I know that he said there's like a table of weapons or something. You choose what you want to take in or something.
Yes, but you got to get into the arena first. Again, there's the ticket booth, basically, where most of the people are going. And then there's two guards standing outside this larger entrance that members of the Fighters Guild were walking into.
I'm gonna see if I see Gerald.
I walk up to the guards.
All right. Hello.
Hello. I'm supposed to be fighting Gerald in the arena.
Are you?
I am.
What time? He starts flipping through a paper. Oh, the wannabe, huh?
The 3 wannabes, actually, and I rolled a 19.
Alright, you three can go on through. As you guys continue to walk, you don't see Gerald around yet. But as you walk through this larger tunnel, it sort of opens up into the left and right, which appears to be a locker and changing room on your right, and an area with a bunch of weapons and armor and gear and individual sort of slots made out of wood, obviously, but sort of like locker slot kinds of things, where a lot of people are putting their current possessions in.
I could still use my equipment though, right? Like, and just not activate the magical properties of my sword?
You do not know yet. You need to
Alright.
ask, or...
Then I ask someone. One of the other people that are, like, swapping out supplies.
There's a guy sitting next to you who's putting on some equipment and stuff.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Am I allowed to use what I brought in? Or do I have to use what's available here?
What did you bring in?
I have plate armor and this sword.
Oh, that's enchanted, isn't it?
It is, but I wouldn't activate the enchantment. It'd be pretty obvious if I did.
No matter what, you cannot use enchanted equipment. You can use your own items so long as they're just normal, but other than that, they got plenty of other great swords here that are just like that one without the magical properties.
Fair enough. Then I entrust my great sword to Mira. Don't want to put it in the locker. And
Will it fit in my bag?
The bag of holding?
Yeah,
Yes, it will.
without puncturing anything.
Yeah, and it's sort of strange to other people who see it. You take it by the handle and you just sort of start to sheath it into the bag, and people whose attention it does catch are like, okay, she's just gonna punch her the what? As it just continues to go through and just sort of disappears into the bag.
Now, Mary
Right.
Poppins, y'all.
And then I just pick up a regular great sword that's there.
I'm gonna go look for some regular studded leather armor because I can't use my enchanted stuff.
And as I walk into the arena, I want to take my cupcake and just kind of like put the frosting in my hand, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the cupcake back in my bag. But I want to keep my hand kind of cupped a little bit, but like to my side, so you can't see the frosting in my hand.
Okay. All right.
And studded leather will bring me down to 14.
I want you to go and make a sleight of hand check for that.
Shit. Come on.
How dare you make me roll to do things in D&D?
Oh my god, yes. That was actually really good. Okay, 16. Maybe not really good, but for me it's really good.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully do that.
Nice.
All right. So you are the one who was up first for the battle. Do you head out to the area?
Yes, I do.
You go back out to the main walkway where you guys came in from to get all the gear and stuff. And as you continue down that path, slowly this light at the edge of the tunnel becomes sort of brighter and brighter. As you get closer to it, you see that it's a sort of gated off kind of entrance to this arena, which is mostly tanned and rock. Sort of looks very similar to the desert, the cool ass desert that you're from, and this gate in front of you, though, you hear loud as slowly it starts to rise, and the razor sharp bottoms of it slowly pass up above your eyes. As it becomes a good bit more clear, you walk out into the sunlight, and you just hear chants after chants of what appears to be only a half full arena, but a very energetic group, a very, very voiceful and loud party of people waiting to see bloodshed. As you walk out, and you hear a mixture of cheers and boos. as there is this little, very tiny gnome standing up on this raised kind of platform made of wood that is still technically in the arena, but just like very close to the edge, the side, one of the sides, on your right. And this very tiny gnome drinks a potion, and he goes, "And we have our noon battle. In the left corner, we have the newcomer. This dragonborn, using only his sheer strength and abilities given to him by the gods to use his acid once per battle, will be fighting the famous Gerald Evergrande." As people start to cheer at the name. I want you both to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, let's do this.
Yeah. I rolled 13, by the way.
13. Alright.
Oh, and as I walked in, did I get a glance at like his armor? Do I have an idea of what it might be?
Your door. It's not super high.
Okay.
It's you see that he's just wearing, it appears to be sort of like a light leather kind of thing, that he doesn't appear to be very maybe you might call it not well prepared, but also he might say not really ready for battle just yet.
Mm-hmm.
He looks to be donned in just a lighter kind of battle apparel and armor.
Okay. So he's probably planning on raging.
Alright, you get a start.
Okay. And how far away am I from him?
You are as you walk out, you're about 60 feet away. He's over in the opposite corner.
Jeez. Okay.
Yep. It is.
I'm not gonna go straight to him. That'd be stupid. But if he's raging, I believe he gets double movement as well. So I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Okay, back inside the area, back inside the hall that you came out
Oh
of.
shit. I guess not.
Yeah, it's already starting to close as you entered out. And you sort of hear the once it went. Started.
So like, no matter where I stand, I'm about 60 feet from this guy.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I just, you know what? I walk up my 30 feet towards him,
All right.
and I'll call out to him, "I'm honored to be here," and then just acid breath.
And just acid breath. All right. Go ahead and mark that done, and it is
It's a dex save of 12, I believe.
okay. He does not make it.
Okay, that's 2d6 damage, so nice. And nice. 12 damage. 2 6s.
12 damage.
Yep.
All right. Wow, I haven't really used this D&D Beyond for a character yet. I like it. Because I've just been doing all NPCs and monsters. This is
Right.
actually like a person that I created a character for. So,
Nice.
as you come out and you say that you're honored to be here and just release this spray of acid, people in the audience gasp as they see this plume of just dark liquid fly up across and settle on this Goliath as it just begins to singe his outer armor and a trail between the two of you. He that was a good hit. Now it's my turn. He runs up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, 30 feet, as he takes out his great axe. He is going to rage.
Of course. That'd probably destroy me.
As a barbarian, he's going to do his... I forget. Goliath barbarian, doesn't he get 2 attacks? It depends on the level, I know.
I think it's level 3.
I do know that level has part of it because I just got an extra attack at 5th level.
Okay. I think he does then. Let me just double check features.
If you have him leveled up to where he's supposed to be, it'll show you right on the attack part. It'll tell you how many attacks you have per action or per attack
Ooh.
action.
Oh, he's gonna make this reckless too.
Cool. Well, I'm fucked.
Reckless rage. That doesn't take effect till the next turn though, right?
I'm not sure. I've never played Barbarian.
Or
In the party I'm in now, there's a Barbarian, and he has 3 attacks, but he's also level 12, so I don't know.
yeah, he has 2 attacks. And rage. Wait, rage costs an action cast?
I think it's a bonus action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rage is a
bonus.
bonus action, and then what level is the barbarian?
He is 5th level.
Fifth level. Okay, so he does have 2 attacks.
Yep. Alright. So he's gonna come up swinging with his Rage Reckless. First attack, 12, 2. He's gonna get the 12 plus 7 for 19.
Just hits.
Alright. Then the second one we will just roll 18. Yeah. 18 plus 7, 25. He comes up dealing 12. I think that's you, right? No, that's a D. That's a D10. There you are. 6 plus 4 for 10 for the first one. And 6 plus 4 is 10 for the second. Dealing 10 points of slashing damage on both attacks for a total of 20 points slashing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it is now your turn.
Okay. You stated earlier, rubbing frosting in the face would be a bonus action, so I use my bonus action to take the frosting that I have cupped in my hand and just, like, try and get it as well into his eyes as I can.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and... Okay. Make an attack roll for that, we're gonna say. Just,
Roll for frosting.
yeah. Just like a
I'm
melee
assuming
attack.
no proficiency, right? So,
No proficiency, just like a melee hit.
okay. 19.
19 hits.
Nice. Don't know if it'll give me any sort of advantage, but
I need to quickly see the bonus damage that his rage does. Okay, +2. So actually, you have 4 extra points of damage. Sorry about that.
Okay. I'm definitely screwed, but it's fine.
So you do this. You take out the frosting. You swipe it across his eyes. He just lets out this, I've been blinded. Just a very, very, I don't know what the word for it is, but very anticlimactic, unfazed it seems, but he is actually fazed by it.
Nice.
Like a poor acting kind of thing, but he's genuine. And you just slash it across his face as he falls back a little bit. He is blinded.
Cool.
He was unable to avoid that, yeah.
That's awesome. So I get advantage on my hits, or does he just get a disadvantage?
Yeah, you get advantage and he gets disadvantage.
Cool. Then I'm gonna take 2 swings at him with my greatsword.
You have, well, technically a double advantage because he made his reckless. So it's just still advantage, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first hit is a 24.
That hits.
Okay, and I'm just gonna roll for the second attack now. Second attack is 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
13 for this first hit.
Wow.
And 13 for the second hit.
Wow. Alright. You take out your greatsword and you do a slash as he falls back and stumblingly shaking the ground around you. You slash across his chest hard with one swing. The acid having already burned through a good bit of the armor, you slash it open as that acid then begins to impede and get into the wound as he screams out, "Ah!" Like, again, very terrible acting. And then you take another one and you stab it into his side as he, a bit more now, worryingly, lets out a grunt of pain. He is bleeding a good bit.
Nice.
My turn again. He rolls just a straight roll of attack against you, which that was a natural 17.
Okay.
He has disadvantage, but he has advantage because he's making it reckless again.
Sure.
He took damage, so he still has rage. So that's 17 plus 7, 2 hits. Which I will do that in a moment. The second hit is 6 plus 7. That's only 13. Guessing it doesn't.
It does not.
That does not hit. So here we go. The one and only hit they got against you. He rolls a d12. 10. So that's 14 plus 2 is 6 damage. Or 16, sorry, damage against you.
Okay.
As he blindly just, throughout his fighting career, is able to take out his sword, know where that hit came from, and just lunge out really quickly. He ends up getting your shoulder or your arm a good bit, right in between the arm and the torso, and slashes right into those, cutting into both really badly, the muscle and the ribs. As he pulls out, once again, you quickly are able to dodge out of the way as he swings once more and sort of stumbles, not expecting you to be able to move so quickly out of the way of that one. It is once again your turn.
Okay. Come on. First one is a 22.
22 hits.
Okay, and second is a 21.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Those are with advantage, right?
Yeah. Okay, first hit is 9.
And with that, he's down.
No way.
Yeah.
Ha!
He had like 45 HP.
Fuck yeah, dude. I only had 10 left. I had to take him down this round. I was hoping for a nat 20, but... Yeah!
With that,
bitch.
the giant Goliath, you swing once more, doing a very fatal looking blow across, like perfectly across his collarbone and into the neck of Gabizzy. Begins to cough out a good amount of blood. He falls down to his knees as gasps come out of the audience as he falls down onto the ground. At this point, the small dwarf who's standing on top of the wooden platform holds out both of, or drops down the potion vial that he had in his hands. He holds out both of his hands as both you and the Goliath just float up into the air, and very, very radiant light just emanates off the two of you as you are healed back up to full hit points, and he comes back to life and is healed to full hit points as well.
While that's happening, I'm just going, Rah!
The victor, the newcomer. What's your name, dragon?
Jax.
Jax! As people start cheering and applauding.
Fuck yeah, dude. So
We
happy
will
right
now begin the next battle. I am ready to fight that small girl. Says very happily. Mirror in front of you, the gate starts to open as you're expected to walk out.
Is there anyone behind me that I can ask a question to real quick?
Zash is with you.
Shit. I'm just gonna have my crossbow and my poison short sword with me.
Okay.
And
I don't know if I can use ranged weapons.
as I walk past Mira, I just ask for my sword back out of the bag of holding.
Here, hold the bag while I do this. Oh god. I walk out.
Alright.
Good luck!
In this corner, another newcomer, a small, half-elvish female. And fighting her, the reigning leader of the Fighters Guild,
Not for long.
Gerald Grand. Again, people start going crazy at his name. It's as though they didn't even care that he lost in that one. They're just super happy to see him fight. They're super happy to see people fight in general.
I'm gonna look at the quote-unquote referee and hold up my crossbow and say, "Can I use this?"
Is it magical?
No?
Sure.
Cool.
And fight! He says. Energetically.
How far away am I?
You were 60 feet away from him. He once again walked
All
back
right.
to his side.
And would I know if his rage had gone and he would have to do it again?
You could assume that yes.
Okay.
That being said, you don't know what sort of magical spell that gnome has just cast.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'm gonna go up 30 feet and use my action and bonus action to shoot with my crossbow.
So you dart up, run as quickly as you can, just plant your feet, take out the crossbow.
And, wait, do we need to roll initiative first?
You do, thank you. Alright.
Yeah, I almost forgot.
It was
This
what I
is
assumed
imperative to what I need.
I'm almost positive that
Oh,
you would.
God.
Oh,
What do you roll?
you rolled 9 total.
I rolled a 4.
4 total.
Damn it.
So you get moved back 30 feet,
Yeah,
and he moves
I was
up
hoping I could use assassinate.
20,
Gosh darn it.
30. He is going to use his action to dash, get right up in your face, and says, "Don't worry, little lady. I will make this battle swell." As he begins to rage now right in front of you. Just lets
Damn
out
it.
this terrifying roar. In fact, do Intimidation? No, I don't think so, but go ahead and make a... I think it's... Wisdom saving throw against his intimidation?
That's a 12.
Okay, yeah, that beats it. Alright. So, you're fine. You're not fearful of them or anything like that, but it is now your turn. He dashed. He's right in front of you. Screaming still.
He's right up on me. I'm gonna use my short sword and try and hit him.
Alright, go ahead and make an
Wait,
roll.
and hold on. Let me see. Actually, let me see. Oh no, it's just a turn in combat. Okay, so yeah, it's just a straight roll. Oh, 15.
15 hits.
Okay, and it's 1d6 plus 4. It's 1d6 piercing damage and 3d6 poison damage. Is the plus 4 added to the piercing?
The plus 4... I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll the piercing. Oh, that's 10.
Oh, I didn't have any of that shit. Oh well. No, most of it was acid. A little bit of it was piercing, bludgeoning, though. Okay. I forgot about that bit. I don't know why. Alright, so that's 10 total, or 10 halved already?
10 halved for the piercing, and I need to do the poison.
So it was 20?
No, it was
Okay.
6 plus
Gotcha.
4 for piercing.
So have this 5. Actually, I'm
Yeah,
gonna make it
and
the
then-
same for you. No, I don't know. Yeah, again, he's not treating this like a full battle anyway. Okay. Yeah, so that's 10 damage.
That was 10 piercing and 15 poison.
Ooh, nice. Does he need to make a Constitution save?
For the sword, you just says it does 3d6 poison damage, but I don't know how many uses it has
Okay.
with the poison. And I don't know what poison it is.
And as you're doing that, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, mother. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay. So now it is his turn again. He is going to...
Well, I still have movement and a bonus
You
action.
do, that's right. He could
Oh.
disengage.
I am going to use my bonus action to shoot with my crossbow.
Okay.
Because he's just going to get up on me if I try to run. And I'm going to, I'm just going to shoot with my crossbow.
Alright.
That's a 20 total.
Okay. That hits.
And I'm just going to use a regular bolt. So that's a d6 plus 2. It's another 6 plus 2, so that's 8.
Wow.
We have to
Nice.
4.
Not quite.
Oh,
For
okay.
reasons. Alright.
And can I use... I'm just going to stay where I am, because I can't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
With an opportunity attack. Pencil.
Well, that was a fine hit, little lady. Now it's my turn. He's going to make 2 weapon attacks against you.
I'm going to die.
20 total. And
That hits.
14 total.
That's my AC, so it hits.
Ah, gotcha. Both
Find my
1
pencil.
plus 2, but it is a d12 plus 4 plus 2. That is 9,
Mm-hmm.
and that one is again 9. So 18 in his 2 hits. That's not terrible. As he comes up and slashes you twice, looking very confident, but sort of just playing it up for the crowd, really, and just like looking at the people in the audience and like expecting a cheer and raising his arms to sort of get them hyped after the 2 attacks, and that's what he does for his bonus. That's it. Your turn.
I'm so fucked. Again, swing with my sword and try and hit with my, Did he do reckless or just straight up attacks?
He just did straight up attacks. He did not mention
Okay.
reckless.
I'm just gonna hit with my sword for my...
Go ahead and roll the attacks.
Yeah, running is not gonna do me any good. The sword is another 15.
15 hits.
That's 5 piercing and 8 poison.
And with that, you run up, you lunge your sword into him as the poison just necrotically sort of you visibly moves out inside of his wound as you watch just his eyes begin to fade as he falls onto the ground unconscious. Once again, a very familiar sight as the gnome holds out his hands. The two of you float up into the air, heal to full hit points. As the barbarian Goliath says, "Job well done, little lady. You are full of many surprises in a tiny package."
Thanks.
And once again, the gate opens for you to leave and for Zash to enter.
Good luck, Zash.
It was actually easier than I thought. Please don't die. And I keep walking.
He's definitely taking it easy on us.
Oh, yeah.
Good to know.
Can I have my bag back?
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Zash strips off his armor and walks in.
What?
Oh, God.
It's magical.
What are you wearing?
You could get
put on different armor.
Yeah. We could get different armor.
What exactly are you wearing then?
Zash walks out completely naked.
I mean, I assume he had like a cosmetic, like just a cloth clothing on underneath.
Yeah, I think everybody has like common clothing or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, common clothes. That's what it was.
Sort of. You have essentially what's underwear, but not in the sense of just like underwear, but like in the sense of your underclothing, like sort of
Right.
The older pantaloons, which is still seen as like a no thing to wear out in public. It might be something that you go to bed in or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk out, just that, and he goes, "Well, this is different. Can't wait to fight you, though." As the, once again, gnome says, "In the left corner. Okay, we have the challenger, a new fighter. Yep, and in the right corner, we have
Yeah, Zash.
the leader
die.
of the Fighters Guild, the Gerald Havelgrand." And again, people go crazy. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I want to also mention that Zash ate another pastry before he came out.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a straight up d20 for me.
9,
Terrible idea.
and then
Okay.
initiative.
Yep.
13.
13. Total?
Yes.
That is his initiative. So what did you roll base-wise?
11.
So did he. Let's go ahead and re-roll initiatives.
All right. Natural 20.
Natural 20 will do it.
That's a waste.
I don't know. You want to get as much out as you can as quickly as possible.
No, just a natural 20 on an initiative roll is kind of lame.
I
Oh,
know,
well.
but you also took the brown or the croissant. We'll see what happens, but you want to get as many moves as he can in early, so you get to start.
Okay. Zash strolls up 10 feet away from this guy. Wait, I think 10 feet.
You're 60 feet out?
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess as far as I can then. Hold on. I always forget. Why you don't give me distance? Oh, okay. Well, I'm 60 feet out, really?
Yep.
All right, never mind then. I go up 30 feet and shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
All right, go ahead and
Say, this is all I got, man.
roll an attack.
23.
23 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And 7.
7 damage.
I haven't used a weapon in a while. It's not bad.
Jax is licking the extra frosting off his fingers.
Would you like to do any bonus actions or...
Nah.
Any? No, you don't have any remaining. Never mind.
No, I don't. I don't really have anything.
All right. As you say, this is all I got. Sticks into his shoulder. Ha 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 ha! That is pretty good. My turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moves up. He's going to once again scream out at you. Make 2 attack rolls. First one for natural 18. He's not making these reckless though. Plus 7 is 25.
Yeah.
And the next one is 19. So those are 2 natural hits for 12 plus 2 plus, or D12 plus 4 plus 2. Let me just double check on that. Here we go. Yeah. Natural 12.
Oh my god.
That was as fair as I could make it. I'm sorry. Plus
Okay.
4 plus 2 is 18.
Mm-hmm.
Second
Oops.
one, 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 2 is 9. So 18 and 9, 27 points of piercing damage. As
All right.
he comes up, he does a giant slash upward with his greatsword, with his great axe as he comes up and just takes this axe. It just barely skims across the sandish dirt along the ground. It puts up a little bit of dust into the air as it comes up and cleanly cuts right into your armor across the side of your body, cutting right through that armor. And he takes the second one and he cuts it into your shoulder a good bit as you cry out good bit in pain. That was a lot of damage in one hit. Well, 2 hits.
You've got this, Ash.
It was a lot of damage in one hit. All right.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
The first
6.
one was... Okay.
So yeah, Zash sees that he's probably not going to be able to take another hit like that, and uses a free action to lean in close to the guy and say, "Look, man, I don't have long. Either you kill me, or I kill you."
Real quick, as you lean into the guy to go to talk to him, he just disappears. He's just gone. He's not in front of you anymore.
Okay.
Right before you say what you were going to.
What?
He's just gone. You saw the Goliath, you stayed up close to him, you went in to lean into what you were going to say, and right as you were about to open up your mouth, he just vanished.
Okay. So I start to move away, like 10 feet.
As you do that, he gets an attack of opportunity. This was not a good time for a bad trip, man. This was not a good time for a bad trip.
I thought you said it had to be under a 5 for a bad trip.
In this case, okay, a really bad trip is under 5. Basically, 10 is the setting point. Anything under 10 is a not good trip. Anything above 10 is a good trip. But 5 is like really bad trip. And your 6 made it kick in. He gets a.
But I rolled a 9
20.
already. Is it? I have to roll each time?
You guys, I rolled down here just to be safe. He got a natural 20 on that one. No, again, your initial 9 was for it to be a not good trip. And then you rolling a 6 there meant that it happened then. Because I was going to have you roll each time, increasing the difficulty of it. But yeah.
Gotcha.
That was a natural 20 on his attack for... oh my gosh, D12 doubled, plus 4, plus 2, 11, 22, plus 4, plus 2 is going to be 28 points of piercing damage with that one swing.
I mean, I'm hella dead.
What is your max HP?
41.
Okay, good. Whew.
I mean, I had 10 when he hit me.
Yeah. Just double checking.
Okay.
As you start to back up out of nowhere, there's just this blade that comes flying through the air and it cuts across your face as you just feel the life drain from you like you never have before. You've died before. You've never felt the pain, the coldness, the life drain out of you like this before, though. As it just begins to fade out, you faintly see the gnome hold out his hands once more and go to heal you guys. Mira and Jax watch as the gnome hold his hands out to heal you. You both rise up into the air. Once again, the victor, the Gerald Evergrande, very enthusiastically accepts it. And Zash, all your wounds heal up, but Mira and Jax watch as Zash does not open his eyes. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end this episode.
You moron!
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was quite an eventful episode. We got so much... oh my gosh, it's late. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the outro real quick. Once again, thank you so much to the people who did the incredible artwork. We want to give a very quick shout out to Jmool, Jmool at Reddit, at Carly Matson for her incredible artwork, which both of them are right here. And if you guys want to do artwork, go ahead and send them in. We'd love to see them. You will get a shout out on the channel. Again, huge thanks to Taylor Davis and her people for allowing us to use their music. A huge thank you to Kevin McLeod for allowing us to and everyone to use his music free. But we hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe here on Twitch and on YouTube. All of them are The Majestic. So on Twitch, it's www.twitch.tv/TheMajesticGaming. On YouTube, it's youtube.com/TheMajestic, where all of these get uploaded to week by week. And we do an episode every Monday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, I was your Dungeon Master for the evening, The Majestic. We all thank you so much for joining, and say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.